Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. Can't you believe that Spooktober is almost here? Ha ha! The last full week of September is here. And of course, happy September 21st. Do you remember the 21st of September? Did everyone get your fill of that song, basically, before you stepped foot within this lovely stream? Also, greetings and salutations, by the way. I am Cuddlymuffintop, half human, half blah Vtuber who comes into the virtual world through the wonders of human slapstick. And today is also Happy Faith Day, but not because it's a Sunday, because for Faith the Unholy Trinity, they actually go into the house on September 21st, 1986, to start their little excursion. So, wow, 38 years ago, the game took place in a lot of ways. So, there's that in the meantime. But yes, hope you're having a lovely 21st of September in this regard. And Sober Tony, Sober Lisa, hello to the both of you. Greetings and salutations. Hope everyone who happens to be watching this either as a live stream right now on Twitch or YouTube, where I'm streaming to both now on those platforms as we speak, or perhaps you're watching this as a past archive stream. Hope you are also doing splendidly here, staying safe out there, or just lurking, doing something off to the side. Whatever floats your boat, thank you for utilizing your hard-earned free time to listen or watch this dumbass at play. So, today, we're going to be going into some more of Iwakura Aria, which is the latest visual novel from the developers of Steins Gate. And we're going to find out what other shenanigans are taking foot within this strange Yuri title. Because yeah, this game definitely has some very strong Yuri implementations within it. But not in the romantic or sexual way. It's like something emotional is coming into Fui. Like that sort of ramification so far. So it's like, yeah, she is like really strongly into it, despite everything that's been found out last week. It's like a lot of strange things are going on in that house, and we're probably gonna find out more about it in this case. But before we do that, the quarterfinals for the Spooktober Smackdown tournament should officially be over. We have 4 matches to go through, and we're gonna see which modern horror games from 2015 to 2025 will be going on to the final 4 of the Spooktober Smackdown. These are the matches that we currently have right now. It was Faith the Unholy Trinity. Wouldn't it be sad if Faith didn't win this on the special day? Now that I say that, versus Silent Hill 2 Remake. Then we had My Friendly Neighborhood versus the real underdog of this entire thing, Dusk HD, which I had no idea would be this strong of a contender. Then we had Little Goody Two Shoes versus World of Horror. And finally, The Mortuary Assistant versus the Dead Space Remake. So we're gonna see which one of these will go on to the final 4. Anyone got their predictions? Anyone that got the ones that they really want to go on to the final 4 in this case? I'm honestly, like I said, I am absolutely surprised that Little Goody Two Shoes and Dusk were able to make it to the quarterfinals. Okay, so Batoni, you want the Dead Space remake to go. Okay, that's understandable then. That is definitely a top one for sure. In fact, it was the top one, if anything, when it was first in the Spooktober Smackdown, but since there was a current protest or boycotting of those games, I was like, yeah, I better go on with Soma and what was the other title? Oh, I can't even remember, but hopefully we'll get to that game somewhere down the line in this regard. But yeah, you say Dead Space? I'm honestly gonna see who is gonna be. It's gonna be quite the odd set of circumstances, but we might as well get ourselves shrunken down here. And we'll look at the results. This shouldn't take us so long. And thankfully, we have no Humble Bundle discounts or new bundles to talk about, since Sundays they normally don't have that. But like as always, if you are interested in the new Warhammer starter set or the Humble Choice membership, here are the links right now on the Twitch side of things. And as always, if you want to try the first 4 months of Humble Choice for only $49, that's around $12.25, I believe, each month, to get 8 titles, up to 20% off Humble Choice membership, a free month of IGN Plus, and DRM free games. Why? When you check out for the Humble Choice membership, just make sure you enter in this code, SEP25. And I believe this code is good until the end of the month. So, if you want that good old discount, just to see how it fares with you, to something that you might be interested in, feel free to give that a good old try if you're wanting to experience it. But that's all I have for Humble Choice. Let's get on with the survey. Let's find out who has won. Oh, and I better take out my notes here too. All right, here we go. So, oh yeah, another thing to note. We did get a winner who predicted every single winner from last week. It was Goosty B. Congratulations, Goosty, who has collaborated with me in the past for the dial-up phone dating simulator game. In fact, that was the game she recommended that me to partake in, and she also collaborated with me during the repo setting for my birthday. So yeah, it was quite a nice. She won a free commission for Ali Illustrate. We're just in the process of doing that. So now that we do have a winner, there will be no more raffles to see who wins. And normally I do close them off once it gets down to, well, only a few select games, like 12. So, congratulations to Goosey once again. In fact, let me go ahead and shout out before anything else. Let me go ahead and remove that so it doesn't showcase it. And let me give a shout out to Goosey if you are interested, because she is on her way to reaching a milestone, and I believe she has plans for her own Spooktober. There you go. Feel free to follow Spooktober if you wish. She is a honey ghost of the sort, and I always think that she's glutinous to an extent. She likes to bap me like boop, not like the other bap. Not the other bap, if you're wondering. But yes, she's a fine spirit, very talented with art and whatnot, so feel free to give her a watch. She's expected to be back to streaming sometime around October, I believe, to do something special for the season. You know what, Ice Phoenix King? I am probably gonna wait. And you know what? That didn't have to wait. That should have waited a whole lot longer than it should have, honestly. You should feel ashamed about that. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna wait a year. I'm gonna wait a year now to play Sonic Crossword until all of the DLC are probably made available all in one then. That's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna be late to the whole initiative when playing Sonic Crossword because you couldn't keep it in your system. Also, I'm sorry that Ruby lost in the death battle. Oh, come on! No! Oh. The 2 for 2, though. The 2 for 2, at least. Oh, but... Oh, blobby hell. Now I think we can go on to the good old-fashioned results, then, I take it. Oh, Void. Ha! Forgot about the Void. All right. So, 24 people did vote during the Spooktober Smackdown tournament. F for Ruby. Yeah. Yeah, it was unfortunate. I remember watching Soul, you know, and hearing about the manga superior ending. It's like, yep, that was something else. Boo! No, boo! Hello, Zora. Greetings and salutations. Are you booing because I didn't do the transition right enough? Or saying boo because of Ruby being defeated, or you're saying boo because I won't be playing Sonic Crossword until next year because of that flagellance? Any one of those can be booed, honestly. I can be the punching bag for a lot of instances. All right, let me get out my usual trusted book so I can keep track of Oh, okay. Whatever makes you float. Whatever makes you float in your dandy way, I suppose. All right, here we go. I'm gonna bring up the guidebook so I can get myself in here. Gonna get my notes all taken care of. Here we go, here we go. Can't believe we're already down to the quarterfinals here. Wait, what? Oh, I'm glad that the Digimon demo is quite fun then in this case. That's good to hear in this regard. All right, so let's go through these then in the meantime. First, we have Faith the Unholy Trinity. Again, happy Faith Day, because they do start off the quest on September 21st, 1986. And they did beat Darkest Dungeon by around 62% last time, so good on them. And then we have Silent Hill 2 Remake, which beat Corpse Party, the remake, by the same amount. So, wouldn't it be embarrassing if Faith, on this very special day, does not win this round against Silent Hill 2? I mean, it is a strong contender. It's actually one of Bloober Team's most well-appreciated games now, especially when Cronus is supposedly doing quite good itself. Why didn't that get past the first round, I wonder? No, it's okay. You will defeat the orphans another time. But yeah, let's go ahead and see who's gonna make it to the final four. By 2 votes. By 2 votes. Silent Hill 2 Remake won by only 54%. That is the closest it has ever won. Happy Faith Day, you lost in the tournament, Faith. Damn, that was so close. That's so blobby close now. Ah, Limp Bizkit is Limp Bizkit is pissed. What is everyone's favorite Digimon? I like the ones in which they basically start off as one particular creature, then they evolve into a human. Or just around the lines of something completely different, because the Digivolving in those games are just wild. It's nothing like Pokemon. When they Digivolve, they oftentimes turn into something you completely did not see coming. So I don't know, it's been a long time since I actually looked at anything Digimon related. I only remember, like, what, the first few seasons of the whole entire thing? If I remember correctly, yes, even the ones when the humans turned into the Digimon, which was kind of odd, I will say. But it did have a badass edgelord. I will say that. Voiced by Crispin Freeman. That was the biggest. And then he became kind of useless afterwards. It was kind of sad. All the other members, once the main two got their own power-ups, they became quite useless in and of themselves. And that included Duskmon's enchanted form, or his good form, so to speak. Shadow Meteor did not do squat, unfortunately. Metal Garurumon, that's a lot of people's favorites, I think, isn't it? Because that's the final form of Garurumon, or Gabumon. Was it Gabumon? For the original version, he looked like a very huggable creature that you can put into your bed. That one with the big horn. Yeah, and cat-like features. And then it became like more of a wolf. Like, yes. Okay, I'm in the clear then. I know now. Thank you. Okay, so Silent Hill 2 Remake is going to the final four. And whatever game wins this one will be facing off against it. So we got My Friendly Neighborhood, which did beat Shadows Over Loathing, another comedic horror game, by around 65%. And lo and behold, how is it that Dusk beat Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice by 65% is beyond my comprehension. Again, Dusk is like the true underdog of this entire thing. I just threw it in thinking, yeah, maybe this might be an odd choice. I don't expect it to go past the first one, but lo and behold, it's up to the quarterfinals. How? I mean, it's from the, I guess, New Blood Interactive. This is the game that has to win in honor of Faith the Unholy Trinity being blown out, I suppose. But yeah, I'm honestly, and you know what? Here's the thing. Omnimon. I don't remember what Omnimon looks like. Ugh, I'm drawing a blank for that one. But yeah, I actually got Dusk as part of a VIP mystery bundle on Fanatical. And it only cost me $4.99 for 3 titles. Tormented Souls, Behind This Frame, and this I got for only $4.99. That's crazy, and this game is normally $14.99. And the HD is a free download. So I was honestly surprised I was able to get Dusk in the event that it did happen to win above all else. So who did win? Oh, and you notice they both won by the exact same percentage here too. Who won? Who's gonna face off against Silent Hill 2 Remake? My Friendly Neighborhood by around 63%. Hot damn, Dusk's reign has been vanquished. That means a certain Shell Boney is happy by this result, I bet. She told me how much she loved Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. So when she found out that it was beaten by Dusk, she kind of had a little bit of a pissy fit. Not too much. It was kind of funny listening in on that, but yeah, it's understandable. But now, Shaboni, if you're watching this, your most cursed foe has been vanquished. So My Friendly Neighborhood will be facing off against Silent Hill 2 Remake in the Final 4. Wouldn't it be funny if the finals were just the remakes? Silent Hill 2 Remake and Dead Space Remake? Well, we have to see what the other winners are in this case, though. All right, next round up, another underdog that I did not see coming through. Little Goody Two Shoes, which beat Yuppie Cycle by 65%, around that percentage. I still don't quite understand how this one got so high up. And then we got World of Horror, which did beat Static Dread the Lighthouse by around 58% only. So, fusion between War Greyman. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, did that one premiere during the movie? I'm starting to think that was from the movie, wasn't it? When they made that fusion, right? Because I don't remember that in the anime or any way, shape, or form. No, I don't quite remember unless my memory's just fading out. All right. If Little Goody Two Shoes... Oh, it is from the movie. That's why I don't remember that. Never saw it. Even though I heard that the animator involved, or the director involved, or person involved also went on to do the... Wasn't that the Summer Children? No, the Summer Wars, Wolf Children, Belle, and those other movies? Oh, now I'm kind of worried here. Is World of Horror actually gonna lose to Little Goody Two Shoes? It did! Holy crap, it did lose to Little Goody Two Shoes. How? This game. This blobby game. I don't understand how do you have so much power? How do you have such lasting impact? Am I missing something? I saw that it was part of the horror trope, and I figured, hey, let's get our anime niches in there. I love that move when I was... Oh, you did. Nice. But yeah, I'm still taken aback. Little Goody Two Shoes beat World of Horror and is going on to the Final 4. What? Wow. Maybe I will be playing this game after all. But that depends on who wins the last round. We only got one more to go. The Mortuary Assistant, which barely beat Choo Choo Charles by around 54%. And finally, Dead Space Remake, which did beat Vampire the Masquerade Coteries in New York by around 62. This is it. This is the moment. We're gonna see if the remake is able to capture this title, and then we will have half of the Final 4 being AAA remakes of other horror games, and then the other half being indie related. That's gonna be crazy if that's the case. All right, moment of truth. Which game is going to be facing off against Little Goody Two Shoes in the Final Four? By 2 votes, Dead Space Remake is going on to the Final Four. These were some close ones. Okay, maybe except for My Friendly Neighborhood. That was a little bit more up there. But yeah, the other ones were more close-knitted. They were like almost even. All right, that's it. We got down our Final Four. It did. It lost to Yuppie Psycho back in the second round. So that's why you don't see it here. Which Yuppie Psycho actually lost to Little Goody Two Shoes. So yeah. Yeah, Poppy's Playtime did lose in the second round. Thank God. Well, it did win against Slay the Princess, and I will forever be pissed about that. How did people vote for Poppy Playtime over Slay the Princess? It's fine. It's your community. They can vote however they want, but I'm still peeved. I'm still angry. But on that realization, it should have been Slay the Princess, not them. It's not fair. Okay, that's enough bickering for right now. That's enough. Ugh, I gotta stop. Okay, so hopefully I'll have the survey up by sometime tomorrow then in this case. But a little heads up. This survey, since we are getting close to Spooktober, it's gonna be ending sooner than usual. I am planning to have the final 4 surveys end by Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. when we start the Discord watch-along of Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders. So, I'll hopefully have that up by tomorrow. And again, for the Final 4, we have Silent Hill 2 Remake versus My Friendly Neighborhood and Little Goody Two Shoes versus Dead Space Remake. 2 AAA remakes and 2 indie titles. That, and they're both facing off against each other. It's the indies versus the AAA remakes. I didn't think that was possible, but here we are. That is what you can look forward to in the next survey. So it won't take me so long to basically structure it all out, and I'll hopefully have it up and ready for everyone to vote on by tomorrow. Hopefully, if everything goes well. So yeah, all right. This is going to be dandy. We got some truly unique matchups now. Actually, I think now that I think about it, I don't think My Friendly Neighborhood has ever been this far up. I think it lost. No. I might be wrong. I mean, it did win against Darkwood further on in last year's tournament. I remember that. And it cut it off the first round here too. So, yeah, this is going to be unique. Well, with that said, that is going to do it for the rundown on the Spooktober Smackdown quarterfinals. Thank you to everyone who did vote. And again, I will hopefully have the results or the survey itself for the final 4 up by tomorrow over on my Discord, over on my YouTube, and over on my Blue Sky for people to vote on in this case. And again, this one is, since Spooktober is already starting next Wednesday, we gotta make sure that the winner is chosen prior to that. So it's gonna be a shorter length of time, but thankfully the surveys are gonna just be short. 2 things to answer, and then the finale, 1. So, again, thanks so much to everyone who has voted, and feel free to continue on voting to see what the next results are gonna be. I'm gonna save this so I can remember, and we might as well get started with the game. All right, let's bring it up, and we're gonna turn off the music here. Here we go. Hopefully everything will be good to go with the game itself. Should be popping up. Yep, there we go. We got it. Game is loading up here. All right, gotta wipe myself with a good old towel in this case. No rag on the stick. Hopefully everyone is good with the aspect ratio of this particular one. In fact, to kind of help us out, maybe I'll shrink myself down a little bit so it's not too much into the picture. There we go. Hopefully the music is all right. Hopefully it's not too empowering. If for any reason you're not able to hear it, and if you need me to adjust the volume in any way, feel free to let me know at any point. But yeah, we'll get into the thick of this entire thing. When we last left off, we did find the very suspicious room. We did find out about blood being placed in the garbage. A lot of blood. People being a little bit suspicious. We got our art supplies. And now we're figuring out there's some contradictions involved with our main promoter or boss' story about when he lost his eye. So that is going to be quite something else, because apparently Iwakura Aria had lighter colored hair in a picture taken back. And from what I saw, the father had the same kind of colored eyes when that picture was also taken. So it means that he got his eye taken care of, his wooden prosthetic eye. Okay, it's not wooden, but he got his prosthetic eye after the war, not during it. So that's what I remember. So there's a lot of contradictions going on here. Let's go ahead and continue onward here. Let's go ahead and load. Oh, yeah, that would be your perfume now, wouldn't it? What, you're gonna show me something about the perfume? All right, go ahead. Oh, you do mean potpourri, not poopery. Okay, poopery didn't exist back then, so that's reassuring in this case. Wait a minute. Hold on here. Is this... Did I already go through this? I feel like... Hold on. Something seems off here. Let's do a backlog. Nope, not that. Something seems off. Oh, now let me go ahead and open it back up, because I swear I had that scene already. So let's see if we can look at it again and see if anything happened. Because I could have sworn she talked to me about the perfumes before. How it smelled just like her. That seems a little bit... Well, if it does come down to that, we can probably try and breeze through it. Let me see. Quick load. Ah, here we go. This is what I'm talking about here. Okay. This is where we need to be at. This one. I knew something was off. Here we go. The next day. Please don't be awake yet. Okay, now this seems accurate. Okay, woo! For a moment, I thought I lost an entire stream's worth of content, but then I remembered. Oh yeah, it quick saves. Hoping this would be the case, I spoke to her in as gentle a tone as I could. I'm sorry, Miss Aria. I agonized over whether I should just see how things play out, or just be upfront and ask them about everything. After sleeping on it, I came to the conclusion that I would do neither of those things, and instead, do what I could to get closer to the truth. Oh yeah, because of all those contradictions that have been played out. That makes sense. Asking them about it would lead to big trouble. Not to mention they'll certainly ask me about what I already know. For now, just want to check that photo again. Whatever I find will determine my next course of action. Oh, there it is. Yep, This was the book. I'm so glad it was still here. It should still be in between the pages. Yep. That's supposed to be the mother that is no longer with them. And that's supposed to be Aria. So definitely not with the darker hair. The black hair. She has more of a blonde, perhaps? Not entirely sure. It's like supposed to be a black and white picture. Ah, just as I thought. There's no shelter in this photo. If it was there, you would definitely be able to see it from this angle. Oh, because this was from the same Photoshop or the sketch shot that she sketched in her sketchbook, and she saw the shelter there. So it wasn't a shelter that was during the war. That means this photo was taken sometime before the war. Before the year 1945. Wait a minute, though. Hold on. Because this takes place in 1965 then, right? Yeah, this photo takes place in... This novel takes place in 1965. So, if that is Aria, she wouldn't be 16. She would be over 20 years old. Something is off. Indeed. Why? What are they lying to me about? Is Miss Aria actually much older? Is something off about this photo? Why would they lie to me like this? Oh, someone's coming! Everything about this place, things that I once treated as undeniable facts, were unraveling before my very eyes. It's like I was being dragged back to where I was before I came here. I couldn't trust anything at this point. As I put my brush to the paper, I could see the watercolor spread throughout my mind. I'm so scared. An inexplicable, anxiety-ridden wave of emotions crashed into my heart. Yeah! So is Aria actually older than 16? Which would make this dynamic even creepier? Because our main character is supposed to be 16, and if Aria is actually over in above her 20s, yeah, I can see that being a little bit too creepy, but who knows? Maybe it's just... Maybe that was her sister? I mean, we'll have to find out. When you go around digging about the people's secrets, it's only a matter of time until something like this happens. It's all so pathetic. But still, I felt the sudden, strong urge to just touch something real. With that, I walked over to Aria, who was still sound asleep. Her sleeping face was enchanting. Again, these ink drawings are so gorgeous. The shading of it, the way that it just fits so nicely, the lines are just so elegant. Look at the way they just feel so smooth on here. It's so impressive. She was right here, as real as can be. The mole on her neck, are they just masquerading as a family? Who are they trying to fool? Oh, that's right, she does... I remember in the photo she was missing like a mole right here, unless this was freshly developed, or maybe that's a fake. Is she gonna try and pull out the mole? We'll have to wait and see. Maybe they're con artists. However, none of the realistic answers I could come up with were the least bit convincing. She's perfect. Too perfect, in fact. Standing in front of her like this, there's no way I could accept that. Oh, she's gonna wake her up? Her doll-like face and body, her skin as cold as a corpse, her divine visage bathed in the moonlight. What is with that face? It almost looks like she's basically on the verge of... Her tiny, pure white knees peeking out from the comforter looked as smooth as ever, without a single bruise or blemish. Wait a minute. Didn't her knees get all bruised up when she was out, like kneeling before the fountain during that occasion? So how is it that there's nothing wrong with her now? Did she get like a quick touch-up that magically healed her back up? Is she like regenerative powers? It's all a little bit strange. Despite the fact that only a day before she slammed her knees into the rough ground. Yeah! Only a day ago she had her knees smashed into very, very rough terrain. Her knees should still be bruised up from that. It takes some time for knees or any sort of body part when you hit like granite or some sort of hard surface to recover. So how is it that she looks like she hasn't been wounded at all? How is this possible? The girl lying before me, Aria Iwakura, is a monster. She's not human. At this point, that is the most believable reality. It's time to go to bed. Forever. Still have a thing for her? Even though she was right here in front of me, I began to feel like she would disappear in the blink of an eye. I got scared. Without thinking, I grasped her hand. Miss Aria, you... Well, hopefully we'll get some questions answered in regards to what the blobby hell is going on with this woman. Or girl in this tease. Hi. What in the world are you? Imagine there being an eldritch abomination, perhaps. Maybe that's the reason why she's able to concoct those things for her father to basically sell off, like, parts of her to interested parties earlier on. Ugh, even that is creepy in its own right. Aria felt hungry pretty soon after she woke up, so she had some toast. She spread some butter, then took a bite. It seemed like that single bite was enough to satisfy her. Not for me! I would probably want the entire loaf before I was satiated. Yeah. How are you able to just eat one thing of toast, like a single bite and be full? Impossible. You gotta have the... Honestly, it almost makes you feel like you gotta have the stomach the size of a dime. That tiny. And I definitely do not have that. I knew it was really strange. But once I saw her as a non-human at that moment, I couldn't see her as anything else. But there's no way I could ever say that to her face. If I were to seriously talk about this with someone, they would probably think I'm insane. For now, I just need to act like I always do. But I was worried. Because despite my best efforts, I always end up wearing my emotions on my sleeve. So you're easy to read. That's what it means, right? To have your emotions on your sleeve. It's like you can easily be deciphered by someone because you're not hiding your state of mind very well to the general audience or just to other people. I always struggle with these sort of things like, we're two peas in a pod, you're the bee's knees. I had to have like an extensive speech classes back when I was still a kid, like in elementary school and even middle school, where I had to be taught all about these different phrases because I didn't really comprehend them. And to be completely honest, I still don't really comprehend them now. I should keep as much distance from them as I can until I can calm down. Oh, all that just basically said this? Sometimes the Japanese language is so lovely. Thankfully, it seemed like they had company today. So cleaning the rooms? See if you can find more evidence to see what the blobby hell is going on? Alright, All right, so where should we start off at? Let's maybe start in the kitchen. I want to relax a bit. So I think I'll make some barley tea. I can use one of those tea bags I got from Sui. Okay, that definitely helps. Having some tea can calm the nerves a little bit here. Okay, now let's go into the dining room. Make my rounds. There's something on the table. As I entered the dining room, I immediately noticed a strange package that wasn't there this morning. It's heavy. I wonder what's in it. Not even thinking about what I could have been inside, I untied the string that was loosely keeping the package closed. It escaped! It escaped! That was delightful timing! What have you wanted? Maybe that explains why she's like the person that she is. It's all run by that banana cat. Mystery solved! Mystery has been solved! Hopefully someone is able to clip that. I then unrolled the cloth that the contents were wrapped up in, and... Oh, I wonder where Sui ordered those kitchen knives then. Oh, someone's coming in. Is that the secretary? Yep, that's the secretary. I guess so. Guess so. I guess so in this case. I guess she came while I was upstairs. I didn't even notice. Yep. Yep, I definitely can. You and your strange relationship with my boss, Miss Yoshino, really spooked me there. I'll put these knives in the kitchen so Sui doesn't forget to grab them later. Okay, let's go back into the kitchen so we can get that all taken care of. I'll put it in the refrigerator for now. There we go. Problem solved. Now let's go into the sunroom. It seems that the gardener isn't here today. Good, he's a creep. Alright, let's see. There were some baked goods and a teapot on the table. Seemed like Akari finished all the guest preparations early. The tablecloth is beautifully laid out, so I probably shouldn't fiddle with anything. With that, I started to leave the room, and that's when I noticed a container placed in the middle of the table that I'd never seen before. What a strange shape. Maybe it's a sugar cube pot? I guess not. There's little bottles in here. I casually picked up one of the two bottles. What's in here? Seashells? It almost looked... Wait a minute! Are those fingernails? They look like fingernails. Oh! Are they Aria's fingernails? Is her father basically selling off different parts of her body to any of those guests so they can get a high off of them? I don't think those are seashells. I would be happy if they were. It's fingernails, isn't it? At first glance, I thought it was broken seashells. But taking a closer look, I realized that it was human nail clippings. Knowing what kind of things have been collected in bottles nowadays, yeah, this is not for like one of those quirky, oh, I collect nail clippings and put them in like in a cabinet or something. This is like one of those instances where I'm thinking the father sells this off to someone to get a whiff of her daughter's scent and get a profit off of it. Maybe these are the things they're trading. Her daughter's body parts. Ugh. Oh, God, that makes me gag. What's in the other bottle? Oh, we haven't even seen what's in the other bottle yet. It's red. Is this blood? The bottle is filled to the brim with it. Oh. Okay, that's also disgusting. What's going on? I have goosebumps everywhere. Why in the world would they put something like this on the table? It's for the guests. The guests want these, I bet. They want to pay a good penny in order to obtain these. To remember Aria by, I bet. Oh! It's even more sickening when it's the father exploiting the daughter like this. Ugh. I broke out into a cold sweat, completely unable to comprehend the situation before me. Did Miss Yoshido set all of this up? Maybe it's not just Miss Aria and Miss Urmani that have something off about them. You don't say! Especially when Mr. Urmani and her were tickling each other in the garden. The last chapter. You know something scandalous is going on with them. Well, oh, I'm feeling like the things that I continue to find out about this family is just gonna get more repugnant as things go on. But Dandy! That's right. There's the picture of the angel painted in Mr. Amani's room. I wonder if I can find any more information on it. I grabbed a bunch of big heavy books from the shelf and spread them out on the floor. I can't find anything. Maybe it's not from a very famous artist. Maybe we'll find it maybe in the storeroom? Miss Aria. This is awful. As soon as I relax even a little bit, all I start thinking about is her. Well, I think that's all we can basically look at now. That's just dandy. Yep. I'm done moving. I think I've seen enough, but I have to continue. I tried to distract myself with work, but I just got even more uneasy. I remember the bottles filled with blood and nails. Doesn't matter if Aria is a human being or not, but there's definitely something going on in this house besides that. I just don't know what it is yet. I was certain that nothing good would come from finding out what it could be. Even a fool like me is smart enough to understand that. It's okay. I can still turn back. Oh, can you though? I could still think like that up until a few hours ago anyway. I don't know. I have no idea why you were brought into this situation. And it kind of makes me wonder about the other maids that they were hiring. Did they find out about it and they were just either fired or taken care of? Because they have gone through a lot of maids up to Ichiko at this point. So this is getting to be quite the perplexing set of circumstances. It was 3:30 in the afternoon. 30 minutes had passed since today's guest showed up, and I found myself standing right next to the drawing room's window. Up until now, I didn't pay even the slightest mind as to what they were always doing in there. But after all of my recent discoveries, this is where I ended up. I know that peeping is terrible, but at this point I'm desperate. I don't care what happens anymore. I just can't help but want to know. I don't care what I end up learning. I just want to know everything. Be careful what you wish for. You might not be able to stomach what it remains. It's kind of scary how easy it is to admit your own stupidity and depravity once you start thinking this way. Are they talking? I can hear voices, but I can't make out what they're saying. I moved even closer to the window, then looked sideways from the window frame. The sun's really strong today. I have to be careful so that I don't cast a shadow into the room. I took a peek inside through a gap in the lace curtains. Oh, there she is. At least we get some more nice ink drawings. Everyone in the room was sitting down, seemingly having a nice conversation. It felt like a scene from a perfectly normal afternoon, which it's not! Miss Aria had a stack of sugar cubes in front of her. I guess they're having coffee. Next to that is absolutely nothing. So where are the bottles filled with the nails and blood? Did they already grab them? What happened to the container with the bottles in it? Did they give it to the guest already? I should have come right away instead of waiting around. At this point, there's no reason to be looking in there. I let out a deep sigh and started moving away from the window. That moment, I noticed someone standing up in the room. Oh, are they leaving already? Let's find out. Welcome back, Zora. Welcome back. I took a closer look. Could see the back of a man in a suit. He slowly approached Aria, then kneeled down before her. What is this guy doing? Marriage proposal! Just as I began to think that something was amiss, the man grabbed Aria's dress and pulled it up over her knees. What? Oh, he wrapped his massive hands around her exposed white calves. His hands were so big it looked like he could snap her leg in half with one hand. Then, the man brought his face up to her left leg. He pressed her face. It's raining over there? It's raining over here too, actually, now that I last saw it. Actually, let me double check here real quick. I'm gonna double check to see if it's still raining out there. It kinda looks like it, but I can't really tell. It could be light drizzle. I almost feel like I hear something out there. After that, the tips of her nose touched, and then their lips. That's when Aria... What's going on with Aria? She didn't say a word, only stared at the man's face. So, the guests literally pay to have their hands around her. That's low. Even for a father being the one responsible for making these. A thunderstorm. Oh, I hope you're able to stay safe in the meantime and it doesn't lead to anything drastic. But yeah, oh, this gives me a... Oh, it leaves me with a very repulsed feeling. Oh, I do not like that. I do not like that. Oh. So that's how the guests get there. That's why they keep coming, huh? Oh, wait, I said that too. No! Holding my breath, I backed away from the window and sprinted to the kitchen's back door as fast as I could. When I finally opened my mouth, I could barely breathe. Even just standing there, I felt like I was drowning. Is Sui here? What did I just witness? What was that man doing to her? Yeah, you're just tired? Understandable. Hope you're able to get some good old relaxation in the meantime, in your tired state. Get some good rest if you're able to. Oh, and Ichiko, we have this feeling this mutual. I didn't know what I thought until I was going to see what I looked in there. But I definitely witnessed something that I could never have imagined. It was even more raw, and even more depressing than I thought it could be. can't believe that Miss Aria would allow this to happen. Mr. Amane was right there next to them. Oh, he was! Oh! He was present while that was going down. Oh, that makes it even worse. Knowing that no father should exploit their daughter like that. No father.
あまねさんはそばで何をしてた？
Can I do that hugging you? I don't know right yet. The image of the drawing room with the man in the suit and Aria looking down at him were forever sealed into my mind, like a mental photograph. My arms were hot from the sunburn. Oh! I still have my good old skin, well, my human body, that is. I still have the, well, again, it's kind of fading now. I'm a pale-ass person in the real world. The unobstructed sunlight was beating down on me. I peered in from the side of the window frame to avoid casting a shadow into the room. The sunlight was shining into the room in various spots, though. In fact, next to Aria, there was...
影があった。
Oh, yeah. She's gonna try and sketch it down to see if she remembers it, if she has that mental photo in her mind. Oh, okay. It could be fine. I have something in my mouth. I don't know if you want to be closer in that moment. Huh. It was a semicircle with a rather impressive curve. That stylish window, the one that I've seen countless times since I came into the residence, was the thing casting that shadow. The mental image I so desperately wanted to forget was now even more vivid than before. My hand trembled as I held the pencil. I began to draw the window, as if I both wanted to leave behind some kind of evidence and confirm my suspicions at the same time. Wait a minute. I know this shape. Sweat was dripping from my forehead down to my temples. Even though it was scorching hot outside, this was a cold sweat. There was something they definitely do not want me to know about here. I just needed to pursue this a little more.
あの窓だけじゃない。
Oh, what else did you find? The fountain sleeping angel I drew. Oh, it's the same shape. It is the same shape as what she basically drew just now, with the Cupid angel around it. The fountain sleeping angel I drew on the first page of my sketchbook. Up, the mantle in the dining room. Yep, that looks to be the same shape too, right here.
やっぱり。
Here's a connection. Looking over my sketchbook, I noticed that windows with this exact same design were scattered all around the residence.
もしかしたら皿の模様にもあったかも。
Oh, yeah, perhaps.
もっとはっきりとどこかで見た。
Could this be a symbol for a cult? I know I saw an image earlier that had them in robes, so it kind of makes me wonder if this is a cult. He was hiding in plain sight amongst the scenery I took in every day. Maybe I saw him when I was admiring those incredible ceilings?
違う。あれは。
Where did you see it? Where did you see it? In the kitchen? No. As I recalled everything I'd been in the house, I suddenly felt like I was kicked in the head.
あの隠し部屋だ。
Oh yes! The hidden room with all those weapons!
あの隠し部屋の壁にあった。
Beautiful model. Oh, thank you, Casey. Greetings and salutations, by the way. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the stream. Normally, I don't get that sort of compliment. They always think I look cursed or, what the hell is this abomination? No, it's kind of reassuring to get a different compliment like that. So thank you kindly. Thank you kindly indeed in this case. Wonderful then in this case. Ha-ha! All right. Ooh, where was I? Oh, yes. So we were thinking that the symbol was on the wall in that hidden room with all the guns and weapons. And thank you for the follow, Casey Drinks Bond Water. Hope you are been doing well and welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Once again, thank you again to the compliment as well. Good, lovely then. Even if I can make people laugh with the way how ridiculous I look, that still goes a long way too. So thank you kindly for that. It is. You are quite welcome. The door to the drawing room was still closed. It didn't seem like Amane's secretary, Kari, was in the drawing room or the study. Now's my only chance. Oh, you're gonna go in his office, huh? I wanted to be as quiet as possible, so I took my shoes off. Indecent! Then, I made my way up the stairs in my bare feet. Okay. The hidden room is between Miss Aria's room and Mr. Amane's room.
お嬢様の部屋からも入れるのかな?
Oh, yeah, they found it out, the secret entrance in his room, but not hers.
二人の部屋、どちらに行こう?
Oh, penguin butt cheeks I see there. Ha! Which room should I go to? Oh. Ooh. No, you're perfectly fine. You are absolutely okay. No worries about it whatsoever. Thank you kindly, though, for asking, though. So let's see. Okay. So we did a quick save, then, in this case. So we need to decide which room I want to go in. Do I go into Amane's room, where I know where the secret entrance is? Or do I go in Aria's room? See if I can find it in there. Okay, this is curiouser and curiouser. Well, I might get one of the 10 endings if I happen to choose wrongly, and I can always resave if it comes down to it. Let's try Amane's room. Because we know at least. I should head to Mr. Amane's room for now. I want to check that symbol for myself. I only saw inside there for a moment, but I remember it clearly. It was on the wall in that room. I wonder if she's able to find out what that symbol represents too. Even if I saw the mark in there, it's not like I would understand what it meant. Yeah, you need some back study for that. Still, I won't be satisfied until I see it for myself. Miss Aria's a monster? The guests are perverts. What kind of freak show is this place anyway? That window was the thing casting a shadow into the drawing room. That horrible room has the same symbol in it. Are they doing those things in here too? Is Mr. Amane doing something to her? The scene I witnessed earlier flooded my mind once again. I felt sick to my stomach and placed my hand against the mirror. And don't forget to wipe down the prints too, like she did the last time. I looked and saw my face, all red and flushed, with my lips looking palish and white. Palish. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard that word before. Let me double check what that word means. No worries. You know what? I'm kind of bad at talking myself sometimes. So please don't feel bad at any point in time. I have gotten a kick out of your conversation so far. So don't feel like you do need to talk in case you just want to watch. But don't feel like you shouldn't talk at all. Do what's best for you in this case. Okay? Yeah, don't worry too much about those aspects in it at all. So thank you, though. I know the feeling is quite mutual in this case. Okay, but I want to find out what palish means. I'm not too familiar with that word. Okay, let me look it up online here. Let's see. Oh, it just means palish. It just means pale, basically. Well, that solves my conundrum there in the meantime. All right. That was simple enough. Cuddly, you could have figured that out by yourself. I thought it might have meant something different than white. But then again, I am white and palish. I could just say that about myself now. I am quite palish today. Can you notice? I guess not. Okay. I look awful.
ひどい顔だ。
Oh! Oh, we have been caught.
あまねさん。
Our eyes meet in the mirror as he suddenly appeared behind me. His blank, unsmiling face took my breath away.
私の代わりにドアを開けてくれるのかな？
Oh, I think we might have gotten a bad ending.
いえ、私。
Oh,
ああ、なんだい。
yeah. You don't look too happy.
すまないが急いでいるんだ。邪魔をする意図がないのなら下がってくれ。
Oh, he's not being his usual kind self now.
はい、申し訳ありません。
So what now? Amani let out an exasperated sigh and just went into the hidden room as if I wasn't even there. I barely had time to stand there dumbfounded before he came out of the room with a small box in his hand.
あまねさん、ごめんなさい。掃除中に見つけたんです。入る気はなくて、たださっき応接室で
Oh,
私。
you're sinking yourself deeper into a world of despair with that. My mind was going totally blank, so I did everything I could to come up with some excuse. But his piercing cold stare left me unable to continue talking.
あれこれ詮索するのは構わない。
Oh, he doesn't care. Is there a good reason for that?
日中、屋敷を丸ごと預けているんだ。気になることがあれば、いくらでも嗅ぎ回ればいいさ。
Holy crap, is he being honest? He wants us to sniff around? There has to be a reason why he isn't so... There's got to be a reason why he's so lax about us finding things out.
ただね、私が耐えられないのは、その卑しさの滲み出た所作だ。
Oh,
一人、
yep.
隠された場所を覗き見ようとする品のない姿。
All right, sounds good, Casey.
たまらない。すまないが、今すぐ出て行ってくれ。アリアの言う通りだ。
Yep. Looks like we got one of the endings.
この屋敷に女中はもう必要ない。
I found the first bad ending, everyone.
そんな。ごめんなさい。
Nope,
二度としま
nope,
せん。
nope.
何度でも謝ります。ですから。
Get out of there.
残念だ。
Too bad. Ha!
待ってください。お願いです。あまねさん。待ってよ。
Well, I see. We got our first bad ending. I remember the summer of 1966. That ruminous summer began in that lavish mansion. Inside that room surrounded by gaudy decor. I haven't been able to trust anyone since then. That look of contempt from the head of the household who has always been so warm and kind to me. The ridicule from the adults when I came back to the orphanage. The cold stares from the children there. I have returned to the residence only once before autumn came. I thought that she would surely be waiting for me. But instead, she was laughing happily with a beautiful stranger I had been completely forgotten about. To get payback from all the frustration and shame they put me through, I reported everything that happened there to the police. When they laughed in my face, it was in that moment I realized I would never be able to return to the glamorous world like the one in that house. That world was something I never once had a real connection with, because I foolishly corrected the mistake that was known as good fortune. 33 years have passed, and even now, at the age of 49, I'm still that same miserable, lowly person who never had a chance of fitting in here. Oh, what we got here?
北川さん、また遅刻ですか？次やったらクビだって言いましたよね。
Oh, Well, she's not doing good with her business then.
いい加減にしてくださいよ。昨日のオーダーミス。ああいうのカバーしてもらったらもうちょい頑張ろうとか思いません？ほんとこの調子なら。
Yep. Good fortune is just the beginning of misfortune. If I was gonna have to live like this, I would have been better off if I never crawled out of it. I tried to rise above it all once. Because of that, I was smacked back down to earth. I had the rug pulled out from under me. There was no doubt in my mind that my miserable fate was sealed that summer. In that house.
もう疲れた。
That's why I'm going to end my miserable life tonight in the same place it began. Even now, I sometimes think that if my parents were still around, I could have blamed them for everything. But that too will end today.
懐かしい。触らないでくださいだって。
Yep.
住んでた場所が美術館になるなんて面白い。
I wonder if Aria looks the same then in this case. I went into all the rooms I still clearly remembered and thoroughly soaked them in. Oh, she's gonna burn the place down alongside her self.
なるほど。やっぱり君は芸術家だね。すごくいい感性を持ってる。
Now that was all
君に
false.
は才能がある。あの時買った絵も私は大切に会社に飾っているんだよ。
I bet you didn't believe that at all. I bet you were gonna try and
本当に絵が上手だった。ここでたくさん絵を描けばきっと画家になれたのに。警報器すごい音。でも賑やかでいいかも。いい感じ。合ってる。すごく合ってる。
Yep, burning down the house. I'm so tired. I was never able to live the way I wanted. So I thought, I might as well die the way I want to. It was a beautiful sight, just like I saw it in my dreams. I created the scene I wanted to see. I will die as an artist. I'm sure someone will follow the trail and find me among the charred remains within a few days' time. I left behind my cheap apartment in Nagano that housed the little studio filled with my artwork. Doesn't matter who, just somehow, please, someone, find me, remember me forever. And that's the end of that ending. I guess not yet.
いやー、きついっす。焼き鳥見たの初めてで吐きそうになりました。
But the house doesn't look like it's been burnt down.
昇進覚悟の放火なんていらねえ根性出しやがって。身元わかりゃいいけどな。
Yeah, the house doesn't look burnt down at all. Like she didn't barely make a scratch.
ちょっと無理じゃないですか?
Yeah, it looks like she didn't bake any scratch in there. Ending. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Alright, so that's the first ending out of 10 that I can get within this game. So, in this case then, let's see now. Kind of want to see. Well, let's actually continue with the Chapter 7 run right here. Okay, so Amane gives us that bad ending. So now we're going to Aria's room to see if we can find the entrance through there to continue the story. I want to check out Miss Aria's room. Let's see if she's in there, though. Considering the layout of the house, if you were going to the hidden room from here,
衣装部屋そのどこかに扉があるはず。
possibly.
脱いだ靴邪魔だ。
Yeah, go away, shoes! Toss them out the window. I hid my shoes behind the corner of a dresser and grabbed the dressing room's doorknob.
あの部屋に入った時、奥にドアは見えたっけ？
That's a possibility.
思い出せない。
There's no mirror in here like the one in Amane's room. I pushed the dresses out of the way, searching for a hidden door. There was another door in here. That means Mr. Amane and Miss Aria would be able to meet in here without anyone else in the house ever noticing. This idea was now ringing in my mind. I don't know what they are using that room for, but it made me feel very ill at ease. After all, I did just witness that scene from earlier.
もうやだ、思い出したくない。それより今は。
Yep, and hopefully Aria doesn't catch you this time.
そうだ、扉付きのあっちのタンスはどうだろう。
You mean this door here? Possibly.
違うか。
Nope. Oh, what was that? Maybe you can't actually get in there from here? I mean, I have no real basis for this idea, so I wouldn't be shocked if this was a dead end. Still, when I think of how many lies I must have told and have to keep track of.
これ。
Oh? What did you find? Winter clothes that she wouldn't be wearing right now. Ooh. Pushing aside the heavy coats and dresses, I noticed something that looked like the handle of a sliding door. I guess there really was one. I reached out and grabbed the handle. I was so nervous I could feel my heart throbbing from head to toe. My veins felt like they were going crazy. There's the semicircular window. As for the symbol... Let's see. Do you see the symbol anywhere in that wretched place? I stepped into the pitch black room and looked around at the walls. There's no switch here. Maybe it's further inside? Ah! There it is! Right there! There's that symbol! Alongside the swords, the guns, the hammers, the rope. Whatever that is, essential oils or things to get drugged up by, who knows at this point? Yeah, this looks like a very consensual room. I flipped the switch, and my field of vision gradually opened up as I got used to the light. My memories of this room had slowly began to fade and feel less and less like something that really happened. But the moment I stepped in here, it all came rushing back. Is that a syringe on the desk? I bet it is a syringe. I wouldn't be surprised. Next to it is a folded up plastic sheet. Yep, I see. That is what I see there. It looked like a really big one. Like one that people would use on a farm. The walls were lined with lethal weapons, too scary to even touch, just as they were before.
この部屋、本当に何の部屋なの？
I'm starting to think this has something to do with Aria. Maybe they get the... Oh, like they... Okay, let's not draw conclusions yet, but I'm starting to get a picture here. I held my breath and looked around the room. That's when. Perhaps it was because I was so terrified, but I felt like the walls were closing in on me. It's hard to breathe. I have to get out of here. Uh-oh. Yep, right there. I turned around and saw the semicircular symbol and the banner hanging on the wall.
やっぱりここだった。この印、 式中に何か由緒あるものなのかも。でも家紋には見えないし。
It honestly does look like a cult symbol. Am I right? We did see a scene earlier on in one of my past streams where it looked like they were in some robes. This would be interesting if this takes an Eldritch horror type of vibe. And maybe Aria is just some Eldritch being of some kind. I don't know. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's definitely having some horror implications. I reached my hand out as if I was drawn to it. Everything else in the house, it's blended into the design so that it easily goes unnoticed. So why is it on full display in here? My middle finger trembles as I had reached out and softly touched the symbol. Oh, did something happen? Did something open?
Yeah.
Oh!
おまねさん、違うんです。
This is bad. My mind's gone totally blank. I can't say a single word to come out.
なんだそうかこの部屋を知っていたの
Oh, he's not playing dumb after all.
いつからかな今日それとももっと前から
Oh, what's gonna happen now? How could I possibly say to him that I made him forgive me for both knowing about the room and stepping foot into it like this? Truly had no idea. No, now he's playing like he's not giving me that cold stare. He's like looking a little bit inquisitive and relaxed.
ごめんなさい。私。
責めているわけじゃないんだただ少し気になってねまさか話す前に見つけてしまうとは
Oh, they were planning to tell me, huh? I wonder when that was going to transpire.
アリアはまだ早いと言っていたけれど何を怯えさせてしまうくらいなら先に話しておいてもよかったかもしれない
I see. Okay. You're not gonna use any of those tools on her, are ya? Amani seemed awfully calm and spoke in his usual gentle tone of voice. However, I wasn't registering a single word he was saying.
これで待つ必要がなくなるこれから
Oh,
は掃除も頼める
oh, you want her to clean this room as well? How thoughtful. She better get a bonus or maybe some therapy after doing this.
いや気が早いんだその様子じゃ出ていくと言われてしまうかもしれないね
You seem awfully chill about this whole thing. Is he not upset with me? What's with him asking me to clean here?
すみません。この部屋って。
Yeah.
おっと失礼話は後だ
No, not now, huh? Let me guess, you gotta grab something to sell to a potential client for your trading business?
もうお客様がお帰りになるから少しここで待っていてくれ
Oh yeah! Let me wait in the room. Let her wait in the room that traumatizes her. That's a good idea.
安心してすぐに戻るよ
There's something about people that seem so chill that gives you goosebumps. Amani grabbed something off the shelf and with that, dashed out of the room. I was so tense and nervous that at some point, my entire body had gone completely numb. But I was gradually starting to get some feeling back now. He was smiling. Seeing him calm and composed like that, maybe I wasn't in any particular danger.
ここはただの物置ってこと？
I don't think so. I mean, maybe this is the room that they sell some of the more exotic weapons to clients for trading? Or maybe there's stuff they use on the daughter in order to sell off those body parts so she can regenerate them at some point. I don't bloody know!
でも お嬢様はまだ早いって言ってたって、それってどういう。
I see. So she was gonna fill her in this sort of scenario, huh? What's that noise? What's that noise?
いちこ？
Oh.
お嬢様。
Uh-huh.
まったく困ったものね。臆病なくせに知りたがりなんだから。
Oh. You're saying that I'm a child, huh? That's reassuring. Great. She says this with excitement. Oh, she said this with amazement as she appeared before Amane, daring no gentle eyes at me. This is a completely up family. I don't even know if it's a family anymore. Who knows? This might be the eldritch god that is just selling off and allowing them to feel it. I'm starting to think this is like an eldritch god at this point. Kind of like Song of Saya. Except without everything looking like meat. Oh god, maybe it'll get to that point. Who knows? She looked beautiful, no matter where she was. With that smile of hers, I could accept anything she had to say. Don't! Which is exactly why I can't let myself be deceived. What's with this room? What about that photo of you as a kid? Who was that man earlier? She thinks I don't know anything.
いちこ？
Yes? Oh yeah, don't mind me. She's just, don't mind her. She's basically traumatized.
お嬢様、私もう何が何だか、この部屋もお嬢様もわからない。このお屋敷は何なんですか？ここで何が起きているんですか？
Is she gonna tell them? No. You're better on the silent treatment.
あなたが知っているのはこの部屋のことだけじゃないよね。
Oh, you noticed! You guessed, huh?
それはそうなんでしょうか。自分が何を知っていて何を知らないのか、それももう。
Yeah.
そう。だったらわからないままでもいいのよ。
Oh, really? How are you gonna do that? You're gonna give me a lobotomy? Are you gonna give her a lobotomy?
あなたが知って得をすることなんて一つもないから。
Oh, and you do, huh? What do you?
なんでそんな言い方するんですか？
Yeah, especially after the terrible things I went through.
私、ちゃんとわかりたいんです。ちゃんと知りたい。お嬢様のことなら、なんだって全部。
Be careful what you wish for. You probably won't like what you get revealed. Yeah, I think she shares the same thing.
そう。だったらいいわ。知ってからでも遅くはないものね。
No, it's not too late for me to find out, huh? Are you growing a third eye on your buttocks or something? Is Sui a part of this, or is she just unknowing, knowing as I am, or more unknowing than I am now? I thought for sure that she would push me away, but instead, she nodded at me, then walked over to one of the shelves. What is she looking for? Aria's acting like she was trying to show me something. What could it possibly be? If I had known what I was about to see, my cowardly self would have never in a million years said that I want to know more about her.
ねえ、いちこ。
Don't tell me you're gonna remove a body part of yours. Aria turned to face me, grasping a knife.
何？お嬢様、なんで何を？
Oh, she's gonna explain why she's able to basically heal up, isn't she?
聞いて。
Okay, I'm listening, even though I have no ears.
私はあなたを責めたりしないから。
Okay.
たとえこの先いちこのいる秋が私の元に来なくても。
Oh, you're gonna play one of those games, huh? You know, the little knife like in between the fingers? Is that it? You're gonna see how fast you can go without striking your hand, right? Right? Yup. I instantly stretched my arm out, but I couldn't reach her. Aria rolled up her sleeve to expose her arm, and without even the slightest bit of hesitation, plunged a knife into it. Oh! Oh, that's a deep wound! And of course, the only color now that you see is red. How appropriate. She cut a straight line from her wrist up to her elbow. Oh, look! Look at that! Chapter 3! The Open Residence! Blood came gushing out of the fresh wound.
何？どうして？
My throat was so tight that I felt like I was suffocating. What just happened? Why did she do this? And that explains the blood that was in the trash can, doesn't it? The blood was flowing out all at once, trickling down her elbow, then dripping on the floor. Her pure white dress was now stained red. Seeing all the blood helped me come to my senses.
お嬢様！
Uh-huh.
どうしよう。どうしてこんな。
She's gonna heal that up, isn't she? She's gonna instantly recover from that wound she brought into herself, isn't she? That would explain how she was able to recover from that fall that she had on the tough ground. I ripped off my apron and pressed it tightly against the wound. However, the wound must have been quite deep, because my spotless white apron instantly became bright red. And even when there wasn't a speck of white left on the apron, the wound was still bleeding quite badly.
困ったわね。少しやりすぎてしまったみたい。
Oh, she just... Oh, look at that. 'Tis a scratch. 'Tis a flesh wound.
いちこくん、君は下がっていいよ。私が代わろう。
Oh! Oh, you just want me to brush this off, knowing the person I'm taking care of just freshly wounded herself and is bleeding to death. Yeah, that's yeah, that would be appropriate time for me to escort myself now, wouldn't it?
あもねさん。
大丈夫だよ。君は手を洗ってきなさい。血は落ちにくいから、あちこち触れないように気をつけて。
Well, looks like none of this family is basically sane.
まったく。潔いのはいいけれど、もう少し手加減してほしいな。
With that, he had Arya sit on the side of the bed, proceeded to stop the bleeding using a towel he must have had ready to use. He sounded troubled, but somehow also playful? I was so confused. I'm confused myself. Ah, playful, you say? That's not the right tone you should have in this circumstance. You should be petrified. How are they so calm about this? I can't stop shaking. For some reason, it looked like the crazy one here. I must be taking a bunch of crazy pills. But I know I'm not crazy. What's crazy here is, despite Amane stepping between us, Aria looked me right in the eye.
いちこ、
Yeah? She softly called my name, her lips just barely parting as she spoke. What was she trying to say? My throat was so tense that I left out a weird squealing sound.
お風呂。
Oh. Wow. You want me to prepare a bath for you? Okay!
お湯を溜めてきてくれる？血が止まったらお風呂に入りたいの。
Well, now we know why she seems so cold and emotionless. Yeah.
熱いお湯がいいわ。出血すると体温が下がって寒いから。
And why she seems like she's like cold as it can be from her skin. I was at a complete and total loss for words. What in the world is she talking about? Couldn't make sense of anything that was happening around me. and my mind just went blank. All I could do was listlessly look down at my hands. My fingertips were wet, and my palms were dry in various places. The clothes hanging there will get dirty if I head out into the dressing room.
ああ、こちらから出なさい。私の部屋に繋がっているから。
Oh, they're just gonna casually let me escort myself. Good. I nodded, then stepped out of the room with my head still spinning. This is definitely strange, Yuri, now. I wanted to think of something. Anything. But nothing came to mind. Nope. I would be kind of dumbfounded too.
涼しい。
Yeah. So you'll have a woman who's basically on the brink of death, coming in here to relax, unwind like nothing happened. Walking into the bathroom, I could feel my face start to cool down. My forehead was drenched in sweat. I should wash my hands. I turned on the faucet. My head started spinning as I left. Notice I left a big old smear of blood on the shiny brass handle. All I could see in that moment was a flash of red. The shock of seeing that snapped me out of whatever daze I was in. There was so much blood. There's no way she'll be okay with such a deep wound like that.
聞いて。
Oh, I guess you wanted me to listen to how it basically was against your arm, huh? That's how you wanted me to listen?
私はあなたを責めたりしないから。
Okay.
たとえ、この先、イチコのいる秋が私の元に来なくても。
I can see how the other maids wanted nothing to do with this if they were finding out what the circumstances were. That's what she said when she looked at me, grasping the knife. How did it come to this? What is it because I told her I wanted to know more? At this point, everything makes even less sense. What was she trying to tell me, pulling a stunt like that? Oh, is that gonna be hers? Like, oh look, it's time for me to take my bath. Could hear footsteps coming from the hallway. I turned to see Aria coming through the bathroom door, looking at my hands as she saw me kneeling there on the floor.
石鹸を使って。まだあちこちに血がついてる。
You know, I would be taken aback from a jump scare from this instant, but now, no. I'm not jump scared by this moment. Nope, when it was even sudden and up close. I feel like everything that has transpired so far has left me in a good old lingering fear than this point right here. So good, I will use soap. I looked up and saw a bandaged arm and skirt covered in blood.
ごめんなさい。今お湯をためますね。でもその前に。
Uh-huh. How should I go about this? What should I do first? Okay. Let's see here. What do I attempt first? Should I wash the clothes or should I wash the arm? I'm trying to think here. Since they just bandaged the arm, maybe we'll wash the clothes then.
お嬢様、まず服を洗いましょう。着替えは。
無駄よ。私のワンピースも、イチコのエプロンも。
No.
洗ったって仕方ないわ。
Oh, so that's why you want to dump it, huh?
お父様がまた新しいものを用意してくださるから。
Well,
心配しないで。
okay. The bandage was wrapped tightly around her skinny arm. A faint bloodstain was visible on the surface of the bandage. Her arm was perfect, beautiful, without so much as a scratch on it. So why?
じゃあ、
Wait,
お湯をためますね。
so she already recovered from a big, nasty wound. Yeah, she's gotta have some real tight regenerative powers then.
待っている間他にできることは
I mean, that you can continue serving, I guess.
できること。そうね。それなら私の話を聞いてくれる？
Are you secretly an eldritch abomination that if we were to witness your true form, I would go mad? Is that what you're implying? Is that it? And so you're taking the form of a beautiful woman who has stone cold temperatures around your arms, and you can basically lop off any part of your body so people can fascinate over it? Is that it? Elsa, someone's taking a mighty big piss. Oh wait, that's the path!
もちろんです。
Do you really want to listen to her? I quickly nodded, then Aria smiled at me as she was a bit relieved. Really now?
あの部屋を見て、あなたもいろいろと聞きたいことがあるでしょうけど、その前に言っておきたいことがあるの。
You're secret.
私はね。
You're secretly the Eldritch God, aren't you?
痛みを感じない体質なの。
Oh. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Okay, I got the implication about that. From her getting that wound on the knee and her gashing the arm in. Yeah. It didn't seem like she was wincing in pain and all, so I got that part. But there has to be something in terms of regenerating. Wait a minute. Oh dear God, is this another take on that one infamous Guru hentai album? Which one was that? Oh my God, is that the one with the... Oh no, is it? Is it? Please. Please. What was it? Oh, what was that? I don't even know if I want to look this up. Let's see. Do I want to look this up? Oh, why am I looking this up? All right. Yep. Okay. Lovely. Okay. I think that's enough internet for today. Let's go on. Let's go on our merry business. Okay? What? She can't feel pain?
何ですか？
聞こえたでしょ？私は痛みを感じない体質だって、そう言ったの。
So does that include just physical, or are you able to not feel anything emotionally? She looked quite serious. I thought I must have misheard her, but I didn't imagine that. Seriously? It's not some sick joke?
あら、私の言うことが信じられないみたいね。
Well, we witnessed her not wincing in pain from gashing at her arms, so...
だってそんな痛みを感じないなんてそんな人がいるはず。
I see. There are actually people who can't feel any pain, which makes what they may go through in terms of a fire or whatnot. Unlike other people that can feel the warning signs of if something hurts. Yeah, this can be a big problem.
いるのよ。それもあなたの目の前に。そうじゃなきゃ、どうしてこんなに冷静でいられると思う？
Because you're dead on the inside. That's a good indication I have. I have gone silent without even realizing it. Looking back at what just happened, it's true that Aria didn't show even the slightest bit of hesitation before plunging the knife into her arm. She didn't writhe in pain, scream, or even change her expression. She just asked me to draw a bath for her.
本当に痛くないんですか？今も。
ええ、全く。傷口に指を入れられたって。
No!
腕をねじられたって平気よ。
No! I don't want to
試
try!
してみる？
I don't want to even pinch inside of there. Nope!
傷口に指って、何ですかそれ？そんなことしませんよ。
Good, normal reaction.
そう。だったら信じるのね。
I have to.
そう聞かれると、じゃあそれはその生まれつきなんですか？物心ついた時から？
いいえ。 この体質は後天的なものよ。気がついたのは16の時だった。
Wait, aren't you supposed to be 16? And she was 16. The words startled me because she spoke as if it happened sometime in the past, so she must be older than what she's letting on to be. A young Aria, the garden without the air raid shelter, and a younger Amane. The two photos that all overlapped in my mind with the image of her right in front of me.
それは何年前のことですか？
Yeah, she's...
やっぱり知っているのはあの部屋の存在だけじゃないのね。
Yeah, you are right!
いいわ。どうせまだお湯もたまらない。来て、イチコ。あなたが知りたいことを教えてあげる。
Oh, she probably is gonna be older than Amane now at this point. They're probably not even daughter and father. Looking out the window, I could see the sun had just about finished setting. There were already tons of stars visible in the twilight sky as they emitted a faint light.
あなたが何を見て、どこまで知っているのかはわからないけれど。
I'm starting to have my suspicions about everything I've been seeing, so yeah, go ahead and tell me. As she said this, she took her finger and flipped through the book about woodblock prints.
ずっとそばに持っている母との写真。浦霞ヶ関からこの屋敷に越してきた頃のものよ。私はまだ5歳だった。
5歳。
Yep.
1938年。今から28年前ね。
So she's in her 30s! Oh, she's in her 30s! Oh, this is a real big stretch. This is she's 16, and now her, what is she, if she's 5, okay, so that, she would have been born in 1933, so she would be along the lines of 33 years old. Oh. 28 years ago. So this photo really was taken before the war, which would mean Miss Aria is in her 30s. She was much older than I was told and from a completely different generation. Still, while the woman before me very well be a grown-up, she could never pass for any older than about 20. This isn't just a matter of someone looking younger than their age. It's almost like her body stopped aging.
その頃はよく熱を出して、お母様には心配ばかりかけていたわ。生まれつき皮膚や髪の色素が薄くって、体も強くなかったの。
Yeah, okay.
楽になったのは10代になってから。体調も随分安定して、戦時中もここで不自由なく暮らしたわ。空襲の時でさえ、屋敷の外のことを私はほとんど知らなかった。
So that's why there wasn't any air raids thing back there, because the war didn't really start transpiring until around the late 1930s. Like, wasn't it in 1939 when the war started? Well, that was when Germany, I believe, started invading and conquering different countries around their turfs. Yeah. So that's the good reason why there was no air raid right there, because it probably wasn't even built yet.
焼け野原になった東京の写真を見たの。戦争が終わった後よ。よく覚えてる。
I see.
1949年。ちょうどその年の年末。とても大きな怪我をしたの。
And let me guess, you didn't feel that at all when you suffered it.
痛みを感じない体質になったの。それから。
I see. That was the year I was born. Ever since then, she...
怪我の後遺症ですか？
わからない。ただ、年が明けるとそうなっていたの。容姿もその頃から変わっていない。
Wait, what kind of serious injury would cause someone to never age and never feel any pain again. There has to be a fantastical element, something superficial that's going on with this. If someone isn't able to age at all, like look like what they were in their teens, and then never feel pain again, that's gotta be. It's gotta be more than just a serious injury. It has to be. I'm going mad. I'm becoming one of those theorists.
それは数年経ってから人に言われて気がついたことだけれど。
Several years later, huh? She was speaking about everything so plainly and matter-of-factly that it was making everything she was telling me very hard to believe. Nevertheless, I'm staring at someone who has something going on with their body that I just can't explain away with common sense. No matter how much I question it, I don't think I'll find an acceptable answer. Congratulations, Ishiko! You fell in love with a woman much older than you. That makes things a lot creepier than it is. Miss Aria's body was artificial, though. That would be a very different story. I looked down again at her wounded arm. It didn't seem like much more blood had soaked into the bandage than before.
あ、もう血は止まったみたいね。よかった。これで見せてあげられる。
Oh, great! Yes, show me your wound!
ダメです、お嬢様。
She has no common sense at this point. In a matter of moments, the bandage was completely unwrapped. Despite my objections, she went to touch the wound, even with me reaching out to stop her. Wait, didn't she say it doesn't hurt if she touches it? No, even still!
どうしてほどいちゃうんですか。新しい包帯は。よく見て、イチコ。もう包帯は必要ないわ。
She wants me to look. But then what? Did as she asked, impure that the wound terrified of what I might see? That's when I immediately noticed something strange.
これ、かさぶた。
Despite how deep the wound was and how much she bled, it was no longer raw. Instead, there was a dry scab that had already formed on the raised skin.
もう治りかけて。
See, I knew it! She does have regenerative powers! Which goes to show why she's able to heal up from those wounds. Ugh. I'm starting to think, though, involving the crest that is decorated throughout this entire building, with them being in the robes, something must have transpired where they performed a type of ritual where she no longer ages and she no longer can feel pain but can quickly heal from those wounds. And that makes it where she's able to sell off her body parts and blood to guests. And that might be that serious injury she's talking about. I don't blobby know at this point.
これが見せたくて肌を切ったの。話を聞くだけではとても信じられないでしょうから。
Well, how considerate of you.
私の体は痛みを感じないだけじゃない。
Yeah, that's very unnatural. After saying this, she continued to speak in the same matter-of-fact manner as before. The paper cut she had on her fingers earlier was completely gone. She realized that it would be hard for her to die shortly after she noticed that she didn't feel pain anymore. Nobody would think that she is strong just by looking at her, but her injury healed abnormally fast. Even if she is seriously injured or breaks a bone, it only leaves her feeling under the weather for a little while, and in short order she's completely back to normal. She lost so much blood. This is not normal. You think? Aria Iwakura is a monster. These are the words that suddenly played in my head as I looked over her while she slept. Her skin is white and cold. Oh, it looks like the scrapes she had on her knees from the fountain are totally gone. Even when she dislocated her arm, she didn't feel any of the slightest bit of pain. Yep, I remember that part too. I guess this... Oh.
そういう体質。お嬢様の体はおとぎ話に出てくるような風呂。それじゃあ まるで化け物みたいね。
Are you also psychic? I'm starting to think that you're also psychic because you knew I was pondering that too. Weren't you?
でもどうかしら。腕を切り離したり内臓をえぐったり、そんなことをすれば私はきっと死ぬと思う。
I mean, you could definitely try and we can find out.
どんな怪我をしても痛くはないけれど感じるの。最後に近づくとはっきりわかる。
Well, good to know in case I needed to amputate your arm or dig out your intestines.
こんなにおかしな体でも人間の体ですもの。老いが目に見えないことはあっても死はあるはずよ。
Well, only time will tell then.
そう。その運命の時はいつか
Really?
必ず来る。
Are you sure about that? It's like Aria was trying to tell me that she wasn't a monster. Almost like she knew what I was feeling in my heart. I don't think you're doing a very good job of convincing me. A human body. Her cheeks had gone pale without me even realizing it. But they suddenly stood out to me now.
お嬢様。
Now you don't want to infatuate about her now, do ya? Especially as she's so much older than you. That would be... Yeah. And I gently pressed my hand against her skin. It felt awfully cold. What are you doing? She will know when she's near the end. Is her body temperature making her feel that way? I hastily filled the bathtub with hot water and left the bathroom. I could feel Aria's presence as she took off her clothes on the other side of the door. She said that she has a naturally low body temperature. But was her skin that freakishly cold because she lost so much blood? Something must have happened. I almost feel like that serious injury left her dead. And I'm almost now thinking the symbol that has decorated this entire place might be a cult that could have potentially brought her back to life so she doesn't age, she doesn't feel pain, and any wound she has inflicted upon her goes away in just a matter of minutes. It has to do something with the cult. It has to. They may have tapped into something. Something must have happened to Aria where that serious injury might have led to her being dead or something. We don't know the implications if it was something that was matter of death or something. I mean, why else would her skin be so cold to the touch? And why she was almost mistaken for being dead that other time. That's just a theory, though. I don't even know anymore. I might be having this all come out of my pleasantly plump posterior. There have been many days where her skin had felt deathly cold. Does that mean she sustained terrible injuries on those days, just like she did today?
どうして、何をしてそんな。
Well, here's another question. Has she ever noticed any instance where her skin was warm to the touch? Has it always been cold, even when she hasn't sustained any injuries? I'm starting to think no. I don't think there has ever been an instant, unless from what I remember in the past streams, correct me if I happen to be wrong, but I don't think Aria has the potential to be warm. I think her body's temperature is always cold because of what transpired.
Ichiko-kun.
Oh, Amane, what the plot? You're gonna ask me now, who are you? Are you even her father?
あまねさん。
I bet you're not even the father, are you?
今日はいろいろと驚かせてしまってすまなかったね。
Oh, thank you for being so calm and collected about the whole thing. How could I even respond to that? It's like I'm tongue-tied.
無理しなくていい。戸惑うのは当然だよ。
Yeah. Might you fill me in on how she came to this? What about this serious injury?
体のことはアリアから聞いただろうけれど、他にもまだ話すことがあるんだ。でも、それはまた明日にしよう。
Oh, well, how considerate that you're still planning to tell me more tidbits about how your daughter, or even if she isn't your daughter, works.
顔色があまり良くない
You know
ん
what?
だから
Not even a fart can taint this entire shitstorm right now.
休みなさい。
There's not even a fart can basically ruin this already tainted experience. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, hello, Red Mage. Greetings and salutations to you. We've been through a... Let's just say we've been through a lot in this game. But hope you've been doing well. Hope you're still able to feel pain. Hope you have the instance in which when you sustain any wounds, they still are present and don't heal up right away. Hope you're not secretly, like, elderly and still look like you're in your 16. So many things. You don't say, Amane. You don't say. Of course I don't look well because of all the things I've had to experience. Well, Mane gently patted me on the shoulder as if to reassure me, then returned to his bedroom. Oh, thank you, Amane, boss. He must know everything about this. Maybe that's why he's being so calm. Calm and collecting all the body parts from her to sell off to guests. Still, being able to... You don't know what I've seen or been through. Oh! Oh! That's a good thing to know for a lot of people. Try walking in their shoes, I suppose. Still, being able to still be so calm after seeing that makes me feel like something's a little off about him, too. You don't say. He closed the door, and with that, the hallway was completely silent once again. Seeing her like that, covered in blood, that, in the silence, a sudden surge of anxiety began to well up in my heart.
お嬢様。
驚かせないで。
Oh, it's like you're feeling my emotions too now. Come on, stop.
生きてますか？
聞こえたでしょ。死んでいるとしたら、いちこは誰と話しているの？
Oh, yeah, good point. I let out a huge sigh of relief upon hearing her exasperated reply. In that moment, I felt the tension in my body dissipate, and a wave of exhaustion wash over me. Feeling completely spent, I squatted down in front of the door and just spaced out as I stared at the wallpaper in front of me. I wonder if that has the symbol too. Oh, who knows at this point? I don't know if it's the heartstrings or trying to make me question my own existence. The morning sun came, and I had barely slept a wink. I think I need a bath after this. I can still feel that sensation. That a unique... Oh, hold on here. Oh, nope. Let's go back. Close that out. That unique, slimy feeling of blood. Early morning in the bathroom. The night passed, and as I began to regain my composure, the sensations left in my skin slowly began to make themselves apparent. Goosebumps spread from my arms to cover my entire body as I recalled the anxiety and fear I felt seeing her bleeding like that. It was a good thing Mr. Amani took over, but I can't stop thinking about what would have happened if the bleeding didn't stop.
頭がおかしくなりそう。
What I saw with my own two eyes, when compared against common sense reality, all felt totally mismatched. Miss Aria is 33 years old. 33? I wonder what month she was born. 33 to 16, everyone. What a big gap That is basically 17-year-old gap right there.
今はそんなことどうだっていいか。
I went into the changing room, then buried my face in a soft towel. That sense of comfort I felt in that moment made me feel sleepy. But looking down at my watch sitting on top of my clothes, I realized that there was no time to lie down. I let out a sigh and drooped my head. That's when I saw it. I happened to notice some red liquid dripping onto the floor.
あれ、血まだ乾いてない。なんで、どこから？
And good question, is that blood sentient? Is it gonna start dancing? I'll be surprised if it is.
内ももに伝った跡が、私、こんな時に？
Oh, let me guess. If Aria sees me bleeding, is she gonna suck the wound dry? Now what? I didn't have time for one for a while, but I totally forgot about it. Don't even have anything with me. This is awful. Oh great, is Aria gonna come in?
あら、いちこ、もう起きてたの。
Oh, maybe that is it. You might be right there, Red Mage.
お嬢様。
大丈夫、何も見てないわ。後にするわね。
あ、いや、
Oh,
いえ、
it must be that. She was staring at me as I stood there mumbling. Her gaze shifted towards the floor as if something caught her eye. She probably knows.
そういうこと。それなら、その棚の奥にあるわ。
It said, did they have...
浴室に戻りなさい。ここは片付けておいてあげるから。
Hey, I'm supposed to be the one cleaning up after myself, not you!
そんな、いいんです。あとは自分で。
心配しないで。ほら、もう一度お湯で流してきて。
It kind of makes me wonder if she goes through that.
ダメです。汚いのに。お嬢様に片付けなんか。
Yeah, that kind of makes me wonder, does she go through that? With her lack of pain, her regenerative abilities?
汚くなんかないわ。大丈夫よ、いちこ。
Aria narrowed her eyes as she looked at my beet red face. Okay, lovely. Divine. I don't know. She gave me a warm, reassuring gaze. Why? Looking down, I could see the bandages peeking out from the cuffs of her sleeves. How can she still look so beautiful even on a completely, utterly messed up day like today? Maybe it's because I didn't sleep much. Or maybe it's just me being a woman right now. But I felt like my heart was shaking like crazy. I felt so pathetic. And all I wanted to do in that moment was cry. No, I have to keep it together. If I let myself go, they might think they won't be able to tell me anything.
心配をかけてすみませんでした。お嬢様はまたベッドに戻られますか？
Yeah, good question. Are you just gonna sleep and maybe sleep forever more?
6時過ぎ。まだ食事は届いてないと思いますが、お腹が空いているなら私が何か用意します。
必要ないわ。いちこ、ベッドに入りなさい。
Oh god, she's giving me that cold stare now. It's like, I'm worried about your well-being, even though I'm not really human myself.
昨日、眠れなかったんでしょ？目の下にクマができてる。そんな疲れた顔じゃ、私より年上に見えるわよ。
Imagine if I looked like I had bags under my eyes. I kind of do in my human form a bit, but my blood form doesn't even have need for sleep. Haha! Oh, was that a joke just now? Maybe I should laugh.
そんなに困った顔しなくたっていいじゃない？本当に素直なんだから。おかしくて笑っちゃう。
God, it just changes dynamics so much knowing that she's much older than she
だって
told us about.
私、昨日のことはまだ全然。
Oh, a mutual feeling indeed, Red Mage. A mutual feeling indeed.
でもその話はまた後にしましょう。今は少し横になって。
Yeah, I wonder what else was plaguing my
そこだけ
mind.
じゃないのだから。
What else could be plaguing my mind that made me not sleep? Oh yes, what you are.
でも仕事が。
お父様には私から休ませたいと話しておくわ。それからあかりには少し詳しいことも話していいかしら。毎
Replenishes.
月補充してもらうようにお願いしないと。
You replenishes your supply each month. Oh, for what happened earlier?
それはもちろんです。ありがとうございます。
いちこ、まだ頬が赤いままね。お風呂のせいかと思ったけれど、少し熱っぽいみたい。
Oh, you're still worried about me, huh? After finding out everything about you and your family. Oh, that's sweet of you. That's cute. I'm so relieved that you have concern about my well-being after what I witnessed. I felt the calm palm of her hand gently cover my cheek.
お嬢様の手、冷たくて気持ちいいです。
Mm-hmm.
そう、よかった。もう目を閉じて、今日はこのまま好きなだけ眠るといいわ。
Just remember, Ichiko, she's a lot older than you.
おやすみ、いちこ。
Wait. How do I answer this, huh? How do I answer this? I wonder what happens if I say to have her stay with me, huh? Let's actually just go with good night.
おやすみなさい、お嬢様。
Yeah, let's see what happens. I stared blankly at her as she disappeared from my view. Just before leaving the room, she hurriedly looked back at me. Ah! Miss Aria. I felt like I was smiling as I drifted off to sleep. She really cares about me, and that made me so happy. Well, looks like I didn't get a bad ending this time. It must have happened when we would have her stay with me then. It's so hot. Something smells delicious. Hang on. The room's all orange. Is the sun setting? Oh, she slept throughout the entire day.
夕日？
Yep.
おはよう、いちこ。ご飯の時間よ。
It's not good morning. It's more like good afternoon or good evening.
お嬢様？ご飯ってお嬢様が作ってくれたんですか？
Please tell me you didn't make this with a severed limb or something to that degree.
まさか。昼に厨房であの子に会ったの。いちこが休んでいると話したらすごく心配して。
Oh, sweet. Thank
体に優し
God.
い食事を作ってきてくれたの。
And she's around your age now, so now you don't have. Oh God, I wonder how much Sui is a part of this conspiracy.
あの子、スイ。
何も食べずに眠ったからお腹が空いたでしょう。私が食べさせてあげるから。
Oh
体を
yes,
こちらに向けてちょうだい。
yes. Do feel free to feed me. Yes.
そんな結構です。病人じゃないんですから。
Are you gonna do the airplane now?
いいじゃない。私がお世話したいの。このスープだっていちこのために頑張って温め直したのよ。
As long as you don't embarrass me with the
それ
airplane.
はありがたいですが。
嫌なの？ただ口を開けるだけなの。
Maybe. Just don't make sure you don't put your hand in there. Of course it is. I'm not a baby anymore. That's what I was thinking, but judging by that displeased look on her face. Okay, since I know this isn't the first language where this was written, I have noticed a bit of typos here and there. Like this. I would think this would be hard to really try and accurately translate. So, I noticed there's a bit of grammatical errors or additional things that shouldn't be there. And trust me, I'm not good at proofreading myself, so I can easily ignore this. I think it would be best not to resist anymore. Don't resist, let her feed you. I shall probably just follow her lead here.
それじゃあ。
慌てないで。やけどしないように冷まさなくちゃ。
Good. With that, she placed a bowl of soup on the tray on the lap, then started fanning the spoonful of soup with her hand. I guess it will be okay. I hope she doesn't spill it. I was feeling so nervous, but watching her try her best for me like this made it easier for me to calm down. But that's when I noticed that there were onions mixed in the soup. Wait, why are there onions in it? Sweet definitely knows that I don't like them. That's right. I'm starting to think Sweet wasn't the one that made this soup then, because Ichiko definitely told Sweet that she doesn't like onions.
これでいいわ。さ、口を開けて。
I want you to die from your allergies. Now, I don't think it's an allergy reaction, though. I think she just doesn't like it. Uh-oh. All right. All right. Do I open my mouth or do I close my mouth? I wonder what happens when I open my mouth in this instant. There's nothing I can do. I'd be stupid to keep refusing her.
みちこ、偉いわ。ネギ、苦手なんでしょ
Oh.
知ってたんですか
Oh.
さっき聞いたの。でも、私が食べさせたら、
Oh,
ちゃんと
you.
飲み込むんじゃないかと。
Oh, you. Aria looked very satisfied with herself.
これできっとすぐ元気になるわね。ネギ、私は絶対に食べたくないけれど。
Wow. Wow. You wanted me to feel better by feeding me something I dislike.
元気になるならお嬢様こそ食べないと。
いやよ、嫌いだもの。でも、イチコはそこが見えるまでしっ
Not
か
when
り。
there's something I hate in it.
そんな。
早く元気になってほしいのよ。だから、まずはもう一口。
No.
頑張って、イチコ。
Oh, why do I have to? Aria held out the spoon again. Her thin white arm peeked out from her gently swaying sleeve. Wait a second. Did she already remove the bandages I rewrapped for her yesterday? Could have sworn they were still there this morning. Wasn't her wound on the other arm? I shifted my gaze and realized there were no bandages or any trace of a wound on either arm. That means what she was telling me yesterday really was the truth. It healed even faster than I thought it would.
イチコ。口の端からこぼれてる。待って、拭ってあげるから。
Oh, very considerate of you, thank you. Aria stopped me as I tried to wipe my mouth with the back of my hand, then put the bowl back on the tray. That was when... She gently put the spoon down, at which point I spotted a large open wound on the palm of her hand. Where did that come from? That wasn't there yesterday. I guess it happened today. The shock of this discovery made my gaze waver. Suddenly, I was pulling right out of this relaxing, comfortable moment and smacked upside the head with a dose of reality.
そのまま動かないで。
She made the soup for her. She probably cut herself while trying to cut up the onions, didn't she? It wasn't sweet. She softly wiped the corner of my mouth with a handkerchief.
私、どれくらい眠っていたんでしょうか。
どうかしら。10時間くらいじゃない？
Oh, that sounds like a good amount of time I would like to sleep through.
そんなに？
Good thing it wasn't a week. When I thought about the fact the sun was going down, I could estimate on my own. But hearing that exact number made my blood run cold.
平気よ。女中の仕事は講師の区別がつけにくいでしょ。だからもっと 私が休みを取らせてあげないといけなかったの。
Okay.
だから一日休んだくらいで罪の意識なんか感じなくていい。
Well, I guess if that's okay with you. Up until very, very recently, I could have accepted that she was saying what she was saying without any hesitation. But now I can't help but worry about something happening to her while I'm asleep. The mere thought of that was enough to make my stomach hurt. Uh-oh.
お父様？
アリア、イチコ君はもう
Oh, hold on. Let's go back. There we
起きて
go.
いたんだね。
Accidentally clicked
よく
right
眠れ
click.
たかな。
That's what makes the
Iwakura.
pause. Oh, I would have been feeling better without your presence.
私は平気です。今日はすみません。仕事が何も。
You don't say.
何？一日くらい構わないよ。
But if it was 2 days, that's where we're drawing the line.
それより、今ちょうどコーヒーを入れたところでね。もし起きて来られそうなら、下で甘いものでもどうかな。
Oh, how considerate. You're
甘い
probably
カフェオレをご馳走するよ。
you're probably gonna do that exposition dump on me now, aren't you? Telling me all about Aria and how she is the way she is. This serious injury she went through.
いちこ、どう？平気？
Do I really have to go? I turned a nod to Aria, which was looking at me, who was looking at me for an answer. Sure, he wants to continue the conversation from yesterday. He did say as much after all.
食事はまた後ね。一度片付けないと。
Sir.
置いておいてください。後で自分で片付けますから。
そう？
Yeah.
はい。スープ、ありがとうございました。
いいの。それじゃあ。
My eyes did not deceive me. When Aria stood up, I could see the cut on her hand as clear as day. I can only imagine what else she had to tell me at this point. Maybe it was because of everything that happened yesterday, but just thinking about it was enough to make my body completely still. Even the tiny veins in my fingertips started throbbing. Trying to do anything I could to suppress this extremely unpleasant feeling, I tightly grabbed the sheets around my thighs. I then walked quietly down the stairs behind Aria. I could smell the bittersweet aroma of coffee as soon as I got to the bottom of the stairs.
あまねさんは小食堂でしょうか？
いいえ、応接室よ。ほら。
No, lovely. I stepped off the stairs and looked over towards the drawing room, where I saw Amane standing there with a pot of coffee in his hand. Drawing room. Oh, this is where they basically have the guests come in, huh? Oh. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab myself some more water. I think I'm definitely gonna need it after going through all of this, huh? Alright, I'll be right back. Get more water for me. Oh, the things I have discovered tonight. Can basically traumatize a blob forever. You know what? She probably deserves that fart in the face, I will wholeheartedly admit. But even then, she probably will be recovering like sheer minutes afterwards. Because she is that abnormal. Dear blobby hell. Alright. On with the game. Ooh, now I'm hearing the thunder outside. My legs were trembling. I could barely move as I recalled the blood-stained events of yesterday night. That was what set everything that happened yesterday in motion. That's why I went into that room too.
いちこ
Yeah! You're not gonna expect me to feel up your legs, are you? Please say no. I felt a massive wave of nausea come on. Oh, yep, it's been storming around these parts for a lot of states. As long as you remain safe in the meantime. I didn't want to hear anything about this.
ね
Yeah? So obvious. If you just touch the wound on our palm.
来ていちこ
Oh, don't look so grumpy at me there! Jeez. That was an awful reaction on my part. If I turn back now, it will look like I'm freaked out about the wound. But I feel disgusting, and I just don't know what to do. Would they kick me out if I'm honest with them and say that I don't want to know anything else? DW. I have definitely gotten into the body horror facets of this entire thing. But hope you are doing well. Welcome to the stream. Not only is the person I'm taking care of actually not 16, but actually 33, but she doesn't feel any pain and she can wound herself to such a degree that it heals up instantly. And her daddy, if that's what he really is, has been selling her body parts to guests that come into the building and allows them to feel her up. That's how it's going. That's how it's going. Let's see what they want to explain more in this tale. There was hardly any time to think as I walked the short distance over to the drawing room, but my head was absolutely spinning. Oh, this is just a good business picture. I mean, probably in the 60s. It probably is. As I tried to decide if I should stay or run. Repeatedly? Maybe. In the 60s. This takes place in 1966. That's what I meant. Maybe. Adjusted for inflation, that probably is a higher bargaining price. Maybe it would be easier if I just know everything. That's about all I could convince myself at this point. Hi!
さあ、座って。
Oh, sure. Don't feel up my leg, creep.
はい失礼します
K-pop daddy, he's more than
砂
that.
糖をいくつも溶かしたから、きっとかなり甘いはずだよ。二人の口に合うといいけれど。
Oh, sure.
さあ、どうかな
I just wonder if you're really her daughter or her father at this point. The ice in the cup rattled as the milk was mixed with the coffee. I saw it all from that window. Looking around the room triggered the awful visions of what I saw go down in here yesterday. My eyes started twitching like crazy, so I inverted my gaze. They share no physical similarities, you are onto something. Yup. That was when I noticed a handkerchief left on the table. A silver blade with a thin handle was visible through the gaps in the folds.
これって
I very nervously unfolded the handkerchief. That was when I heard the sound of the blade wrapped up in it scraping against the fabric. The blood that was soaked into it had already dried up and changed color.
その手これで切ったんですか
That's probably a good indication.
ええ
Ah! She's that transparent!
どうしてそんなこと
どうしてそうだな。何から話すべきだろうね。
Yeah, please explain. What have you been doing with several different body parts that she has? Fingernail clippings, her blood, anything. Allowing your guests to feel her up while you're present in the same room? Yeah, do explain. Amani looked rather calm as he muttered to himself. It seemed like he was giving it some serious thought as he poured some coffee and took a sip. He then nodded as to signify that the coffee tasted just right. He then raised his head to look at me and began to speak.
アリアはね、神様なんだよ。
I knew it! I knew you were an eldritch abomination! And I bet she was summoned through a ritual then, wasn't she? I knew it! This is an... I knew it had something to do with her being a higher form of existence.
え、神様。
She's God? Like, God? I don't understand. Was I hearing things? Or maybe they're just teasing me. Couldn't understand what she was getting at, so without even realizing it, I looked over at Aria. However, she didn't return the glance. She said nothing, and instead just held a glass of cafe au latte with a straw in her mouth.
正確には神に最も近い存在と言うべきだけれどね。
Oh, and how did this come to be, huh? A good old cult ritual? I watched her throat move as she enjoyed her drink.
人間は誰しも生まれたばかりはまるで猿のようだろう。けれどね、アリアは違ったんだよ。アリアは生まれた時からそれはもう美しくてね。
Kinda like Damien then when he was born as the Antichrist?
筋の通った鼻。目もパッチリと大きかった。ソシはこの子を見るなり、神の子だとおっしゃった。
I knew it.
その日からアリアは、信徒の皆にとって信仰の対象になったんだ。
I knew it. She was born from a cult ritual. That's why she possesses the powers that she does. That's why she's not able to age. That's why she's not able to feel any pain. That's why any wound she inflicts either from someone else or from herself, it heals instantly. Or close to it. What in the world is he going on about? I opened my mouth without even realizing it, and frantically tried to think of something to cover up what I just said.
すみません。そして。
教祖様のことよ。私の両親が信仰していた宗教を開いた方。
Oh. So let me guess, Amani is not really your father then.
そう。天剣会のね。私たちはこの屋敷で、その教義に基づく活動を行っているんだ。
So they try to get close and that's why they sell off body parts of her. Because they think they're getting a piece of God. Ugh. Who knew that people who have a huge fascination with God in some sick way just wants to feel up the body part of God in their face? Like, would God feel even comfortable with someone who is faithful to their religion to press their hands against their thighs? I don't think so. I think God would have smited them. Probably. Feel very uncomfortable. A certain confidence and pride was radiating from Amani as he said those words. Oh, I bet you look so smug about it. I didn't grow up without any religious upbringing, so maybe there's something I'm missing here. But I just couldn't understand the connection between their religion and the dagger. I was just more confused. The religion. Tenken Kai. Ugh. Could it be that the semicircular symbol I saw over the residence has something to do with this Tenken Kai? Suddenly, a flash of mental clarity hit me as I came back to my senses a bit. Looking closely, I noticed that the same symbol was engraved on the dagger.
つまり、お嬢様はその活動で怪我をしてしまったということでしょうか。
違うよ。これは怪我じゃない。
I knew it!
施しだ。
They're donating it to other people within the sect! So they can have a part of God with them! The blood, the nail clippings, probably a thick of her hair, maybe part of her skin. Delightful. I always love it when people have such a close bond with God. I hope for any of you who worship a god of any kind, no matter what religion you may be, I hope you don't come to the sick fascination about if they come into this existence, no matter what god you have or what religion you practice, I hope you never come to the conclusion that you should be able to have a piece of them to fascinate over, that you can, I have God on my side. Ugh, that's just sick.
アリアが血を流すことは神の存在証明であり、すなわちそれは皆にとっての救いなのだよ。
So how did you really lose your eye during the war then? Or was that a bit of a sacrifice you did in this sect? Amani continued in a calm voice.
いいかい？大いなる神は我々に知と道徳の心を授け、どう生き、どう死ぬべきかをいつも天から示してくださっているんだ。けれど、人間は極めて植物的で愚かな生き物だからね。
So, Aria, does that include me being extremely pragmatic and foolish? Because I'm human, and you're close to God, so you probably share that same sentiment about me, don't ya? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't ya?
我々の生命そのものが不可思議で神の領域であることが歴然としていても、目に見えぬものを軽んじ簡単に忘れてしまう。
Oh, should you say for yourself I, since that's a prosthetic right there?
不幸な時はなおさらだ。神などいない。そう思うこともあるだろう。けれど、アリアの肉体を前にすればどうだろう。
I don't know about you, but if someone saw that Aria was God, and they saw the kind of actions they do upon her, or what they collect from her, I would say that there would be no God.
痛みを感じぬ。神に与えられた肉体を前にすればどうか。自分のために血を流し、祈ってくれる神の子がそばにいれば、それはどれほど心強いだろう。
I wouldn't be reassured. I would be just bat shit. Or absolutely traumatized. It's gentle manner of speaking when it's actually quite pleasant. Words that up until now would have been impossible to comprehend were now smoothly flowing into my mind. Don't let him slip in! Just because he's doing it in a calm and collected manner doesn't mean that he isn't insane or crazy in some way, shape, or form. Ugh. Aria Iwakura is a child of God. Looking at her positively sublime beauty, the idea that she is not a monster actually made more sense. I think if you look at it in different ways, she would be considered a monster. It's pretty strange that it took me this long to come to this conclusion.
けれど、アリアの身だって一つしかないからね。多くの信徒、一人一人に常に寄り添えるわけではない。だから、時には血や髪を分け与える。
Oh, how kind. So probably you slip into a bedroom and basically slit something from a wrist and just poured it into a little bottle. It's like, here you go. This is her blood. She apologizes that she wasn't able to be here today. But look, the blood of our God. Yay! Oh, dear God. What am I getting myself into?
もしかして手の傷はその血のために？
I originally thought she cut herself while trying to fix me up that soup.
その通り。持ち物に垂らす血一滴だって、彼らにとっては大きな心の支えになるからね。
No. Divine.
信徒が子供を産めば、その子のために特別な洗礼式を。 苦しみの中にいる者のためには痛みを癒す施しを。
Please don't tell me she spills her own blood on the baby to baptize them. I'm just overthinking things.
アリアの体につく傷は今日も誰かが救われた印なんだ。とは言ってももうほとんど残っていないようだけれどね。
Probably because she's able to recover so swiftly. Following his gaze, I noticed the scabs that had already formed on her palms were beginning to fall off, and the skin beneath was already regrowing. Wow. Flatline at that? No kidding! Wow, it's already fully healed! Almost!
今日は痛み分けを行ったんだ。肌を切ったり切らせたりすることで
Wait,
彼らの苦痛をアリアが引き受ける儀式だよ。
wait a minute. You cut your own skin and allowing others to cut it themselves. Are you trying to share my pain?
切らせる
Oh. Just
五感の問題よ。見て安心する人もいれば、触れて安心する人もいる。その信徒にとってどの感覚が優位かで施しの方法を変えているの。
so I take it the one follower that was basically touching your thighs have had a better sense connection when it comes to touch? Is that what you're getting at? Is that what you're getting at? So smell, touch, taste. Oh, dear God, taste. Don't tell me some people have been chewing on those toenails or fingernails that you have. Ah! I don't even want to think of the other two senses.
2階のあの部屋はお守りを作る部屋。ここに来られない信徒にも私の体を分け与えるために月に何度かあの部屋で作業をしているの。
You don't say. The more I heard of this, the more it sounded like something from another world. It almost sounds to that point. I knew it felt like I was in another world when I first came into this house, but I never imagined that there would be another world within that world. Oh, thank you. No touching other senses. Please, no. Even though I've been living and working under the same roof, where was I and what in the world was I doing while Ari was performing these alms givings? Was I sleeping? Was I busy cleaning?
お客様。今まで来られたお客様はみんな信徒の方だったんでしょうか？
More than likely they are.
信徒は6割程度かな。
Oh.
君が来てくれてすぐに話したことは決して嘘じゃない。
Oh.
ここへは私の知人、会社の取引先の方々やその関係者も多くいらっしゃるからね。
Oh. Do you try then to get them acquainted with your lovely faith to see if you can sucker them into your lovely God?
これで傷のことは分かってくれた？それともまだ納得できない？
Well, you have a very sick sense of humor for a god, I will say that.
いえ、納得できないなんてことは、ただ考えもしなかったことばかりで、何と言えばいいのか。
Yeah, kidding.
だけど、お嬢様がしていることはすごいって、それだけはわかります。
She's being suckered into this. Not even a plain fart can cure us from all of this talk, I will wholeheartedly say. You can fart all you want, but I don't think it's going to remove what has transpired this entire stream.
それだけ理解してくれれば十分だよ。人は人知を超えた領域を本能的に恐怖するものだ。その恐れを我々は否定しない。
Okay.
だから今まで黙っていたんだ。長く勤めてもらうにはいつか話さなくてはと思っていたけれど、むやみに怖がらせたくはなくてね。
I see there. I see. How considerate. Wow. Delightful. Delightful. So you want me to still continue working here long term? Are you gonna try to convert me into your faith?
点検会が表立って活動しない理由もそこにあるんだよ。他の宗教と違って、ただの気休めではないからね。
Oh. I wonder why.
真に天から使わされた神の子は、この地上で、岩倉アリアただ一人。それが全ての答えだよ。
So, Aria, you said before that you would be feeling the urge of death. But I thought gods couldn't die. Or maybe they can. Great, I'm serving a god. That evening, since Amani has gone out and Ari went to bed early, I found myself sitting in front of the Dahlia painting I was working on. A child of God. Thinking back over my time in the residence, there were many times where I felt that something was off or just plain eerie. Now it probably goes into saying that security guard and the gardener are probably under her spell or part of the faith. That's right. There were those bloody sheets in the trash. I guess that wasn't a dead animal after all. It was a Miss Aria's blood. I guess all of these were different entrances into this other world I found myself in. Another one of those was without a doubt the hidden room.
結局ああやって丁寧に話してくれるなら初めに言ってくれてもよかったのに。
Maybe it was a test of faith?
いや、来たばかりであの話を聞かされてたらさすがに怖くなって逃げ出してたかも。そう思うとやっぱり今でよかったのかな。
Oh, delightful
と
then.
りあえずこれからも今まで通り働くことはできそうだし。
She's being cut off? I never expected things to go in this direction. Now that I know about all of these things I was in the dark about, there's no way things will be the same. Yeah, I will be thoroughly surprised if you kept things the same. After hearing all that, you are a maid to God. Or an entity closely resembling God in the religion. There will be a lot of people upset that the god is a female. The fears and worries I had about Aria being something that wasn't human faded away. But in their place arose new, very real concerns about the situation.
それで私はこれからどうしたら。
I guess you're gonna start worshipping God here. I mean, you have been doing that. I wonder if that's the reason why she fell so much in love with being around her. Maybe because it reminded her of something celestial or something radiating pure divine light. Like, if this god was a male right there that she was tending to, would she have the same reaction?
そもそも私みたいな普通の人間がお嬢様に近づいていいものなのでしょうか。
I do hear horns outside, so hopefully they're not coming into the recording here.
もちろんよ。私の宗教的な立場とイチコは一切関係ないのだから。何もかもこれまで通りで構わないわ。
Wait, what if I start being blasphemous about your faith? That's I change things?
私が昼まで寝ていても怠惰だけが理由じゃないと分かってくれたらそれでいい。
I just thought you were sickly.
今もそんな風には思ってないですけど。
Yeah, I thought you were just sickly.
本当かしら。
Now I kind of wish you were. Ah, that smile feels more like her usual self.
私からはお願いする仕事が少し増えるかもしれない。と言っても、来客後の部屋の片付けや掃除程度だよ。
Please don't let there be any type of unfortunate liquids on the ground afterwards. That would not be something I want to clean up.
仕事の予定管理を円滑に進めるために、あかりには早くから事情を伝えていてね。それでこれまでは手伝ってもらっていたのだけれど、いちこくんにもやっと話せたことだしね。
So is that the reason why you were tickling each other in the garden then?
もちろん慣れるまでには少し時間がかかるだろうけれど、今後は少しずつでもお願いできると助かるよ。
I see. Well, thank you for the consideration. Phew. I took a deep breath. When all was said and done, even I found out all of the secrets hidden in this place. It's not like anything was going to really change for me. While it was true that I was stuck in a strange situation, knowing what was going on has eliminated much of the fear I had. My heart isn't quite as heavy anymore. Even if their methods are peculiar, they're doing something for the sake of helping people. Are you sure about that? I think they're still trying to satiate their perverse lust. This isn't the type of religion that I think. Why else would they not be spreading this religion around to the open masses? When did they? Then again, cults do openly do that and still get into some deep trouble. So, yeah, okay. They might be right in going it that way, but still. I don't think this is a religion like Christianity or Buddhism or Hinduism or any other Judaism or anything like that. I don't want to see Miss Aria cut herself like that again, though. It's also really creepy that she has to give her hair and blood to people. I hope it's not anything that comes out of her ass either. Please do, God, let that not be the case. There's no doubt in my mind that Miss Aria has some kind of special power, so it's no surprise that people are drawn to that. Oh, they shouldn't be drawn to that in such a way, though. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would be exhausted. I would even be here still. My thought process suddenly stopped, and words started spilling out of my mouth. That's enough of that for today. More than enough, in fact. I just have to turn my brain off and face my canvas. I feel like I should be resting instead of painting, but whatever. Besides, I don't feel that sleepy yet. Alright. I decided that I would paint over the dahlia's petals that I already completed, what would thicken them up and give them a sort of three-dimensional effect. I think the art book I was reading called this technique Amperman, or something like that. I mixed a bunch of colors together and painted the petals a deep crimson. Can't even talk properly. A big dahlia was blooming on my canvas. Even if you clip it, it will beautifully bloom once again. Something that doesn't die even when it is cut down. It's like Miss Aria. In that case, I need to do more. The petals were pure red, like the blood that runs through the veins of her beautiful body. The shadows were deep green, just like the color of her favorite dress. More. The canvas was dry soil, and my brush, the watering can. In due time, plants sprout from the moistened soil, buds form from those stems, and then flowers bloom. It almost sounded like she wasn't painted. It almost sounded like she was spraying something instead, like psst, psst. Like she was spraying some sort of disinfectant or spray to make sure the smell wasn't horrid. My very first oil painting. I've been so worried about how long it would take to finish a piece ever since I got these supplies. I started painting tonight around 8 o'clock. Now it's just before midnight. Up until today, I thought it could easily take more than a month to finish it. Yet, I somehow finished it in just 4 hours.
Ichiko?
Oh, you're gonna see my finished painting then. How sweet. Oh, hi. Oh, yes. Can I bash this across your head then? I bet you wouldn't feel any pain from that. You know, I'm not even taken aback by these jump scares anymore. My body has become completely dull. Wow. That's a good way to describe it. Thank you.
初めての油絵だなんて信じられない。まだ1週間程度でしょ。すごいわ、イチコ。
Well, thank you kindly. Aria's eyes lit up as she stared at my finished work. I felt a sense of relief as I looked over at her. But I didn't feel that sense of elation that would make me want to jump for joy. I really wonder if things can be like they were before. Will I be able to talk to her like I did before I knew anything about what was going on? My image of the girl who made soup for me and waited by my side till I woke up felt so far away, like I was about to disappear. Why am I feeling like this? I should be relieved now that I know everything that's going on. I wouldn't be!
この絵に合う納豆注文しなくっちゃ。どこに飾るのがいいかしら。
Maybe smack dab on your head, who knows? Ah, the cardinal palm is completely gone.
傷が気になる。
Yes. Yes, I was.
平気よ。もう治ったわ。
Yeah. She had her palms and arms on full display before me. I couldn't find a single trace of a wound.
あれほど深い傷でも治るのに1日かからないの。綺麗でしょ？
Abnormal? But I suppose that is a sense of exquisiteness, isn't it?
はい、本当にちょっとした跡もなくて、まるで全部夢だったみたい。
Uh-huh.
ああ、イチコが知りたいと言うから見せたのに、夢だったことにされてしまうなんて心外だわ。
Look, let me have this moment, please. Sometimes a part of me does want to wish it was a dream.
ねえ、ハサミかナイフはある？現実だって。もう一度見せてあげる。
Don't look at me with those psychotic eyes.
やめてください。夢じゃない。全然夢じゃなかったです。
You take things quite literally yourself there.
そう？認めるならいいけれど。
Is this how a god should behave?
血を見るのはそんなに怖い？
Hey man, have you played the new DBC game? No, I have not. I didn't even know there was a new one out. I had no idea there was a new one out, actually. Or is it just a demo? Yeah, I didn't even know there was a new DBC game out.
怖いというか、どうしても痛そうで、本当に痛くないんですか？
You do realize that you answered your own question, Ichiko. She told you already she doesn't feel any pain.
ええ、全く。
じゃあ他の感覚は？熱いとか冷たいとか。
触覚はあるし、温度もわかるわ。だからこうして手を取れば。
Mm-hmm.
イチコのすべすべした柔らかい肌も、ろうそくの芯みたいな体温も
Oh,
ちゃんと感じられる。
a candle wick. Are you gonna try and chop off that candle wick then?
私にはただ痛みだけが存在しないの。不思議よね。
I mean, not anymore, it seems. Aria tightly grasped both of my hands as she said this, almost as she was playing with them. Her long thumbs touched the back of my hands. Oh, League of Legends? Oh. Oh, so maybe that's the reason why I didn't see it. Maybe that's the reason I didn't see it then in this case. So it must be a MOBA then. Nope. Had no idea there was a game like that for Dragon Ball. Her long thumbs touched the back of my hands and her pink transparent nails. My hands are so special. Cold and white. I wonder if it's even okay for me to touch them. Am I unworthy of touching your hands like that? Even if it isn't, I don't want to let go, but...
ねえ、イチコ。
Yeah?
明日からもこの屋敷にいてくれる？出て行ったりしない？
Part of me wishes that you would leave.
お嬢様、もちろんです。秋も冬もずっといるって言ったのが私ですよ。
Thank you so much for the resub. That is greatly appreciated for 42 months.
42 muffins time to get 42 combo games to all 42 minutes of humble bundle and muffin. Yes, 42 minutes of fart redeems to one.
Oh, please, not 40. Not the fart. No, I've already experienced that much time with those redeems. Not any more of that. Also, hope you've been doing well. Again, thank you so much for the resub. That is greatly appreciated. And for 42 months in a row, too. You are now... Oh, see? I don't recognize that title, so that's why I didn't know there was a new Dragon Ball game. Well, hope it is enjoyable.
でも気が変わるかと。
You don't say. Do I look like a blob now?
そんな多少仕事が増えるくらいでこれまで通り過ごせるなら私はそれで十分です。
Because I basically had that when I was doing my Wheel of Punishment for Dark Souls. I had it as for 1 point. In fact, I had it for all of a good chunk of that good old getting over with, too. It drove me insane.
そう。だったらよかった。
Are you sure you're glad?
Oh.
What are you doing? I left that slip as I felt her let go of my hands.
何？
No?
いえ、なんでも。
You sure it's nothing?
そう。それじゃあ私はベッドに戻るわね。本当にすごくいい家。飾るなら衣装部屋かしら。
Oh, is it a free-to-play game then? Nothing cost? Oh. I figured that game would be something free-to-play then in this case. Figures, if League of Legends is something that's free-to-play and you just pay for the champions or other things, I reckon if it's like a MOBA game, it would be free-to-play too. If only you brought that muscle man fart over to her head. Maybe then she will feel a bit impure compared to the religion they practice. It is? Wait. Yeah, it is free to play. That's what... You don't pay for it, right? It is a free to play game, kind of like League of Legends, like a MOBA game. I figured that would be a case because that would be... probably going against the usual grind of other MOBA games, wouldn't it? If they were... you have to pay to play it. Ah, she's leaving. The reason this painting turned out so beautiful is because I was thinking of her. I wanted to tell her this before she left the room. Never mind. Okay, understood. However, this shade of red, I looked at the canvas again and immediately decided to keep quiet. Because I realized that the color choices I made for this piece were heavily influenced by the blood I watched her spill. I collected my thoughts and came to the conclusion that this was nothing I should be praised for.
切ったり切られたりって言ってたっけ？
Yep. The moment I muttered those words, the image of one of their believers, the man rubbing his face against Maria's legs, flashed in my mind.
せっかく忘れてたのになんでまた。
Because nobody within a religion like that would be rubbing the face like that against a god. No sane individual would be doing that. Without even realizing it, I was scratching my head like crazy. Aria did say that. Some people felt better by just watching, while others feel better by getting more hands-on. That man really was a believer, then I guess that's what she meant by hands-on. No blobby kidding. But still, even though I know the reason behind it, I just can't bring myself to accept it.
とりあえず片付けよう。
Yeah, no kidding. Desperate to distract myself, I filled a can with brushed cleansing oil, spent the rest of the night tending to my art supplies. Yep. Ugh. Couldn't they just have prayed? Couldn't they just prayed in that presence? Oh yeah, that was what you were talking about that one day. Okay. And I don't know why they didn't do that either. Not too sure. I awoke to clear blue skies the next morning. I had this vague, unexplainable anxiety before bed. But when I woke up, I had a feeling that this morning might be unlike any other so far. I looked up at the ceiling, then looked around the room. The walls were the same colors as before, and there wasn't a single thing around me that was different from how it was yesterday. Yesterday was more or less a day off, as was the day before. I need to make up for it today.
掃除機をかけるには早い時間だし、まずは拭き掃除かな。
Up, time for cleaning. Yay! Oh, time for cleaning indeed. Let's start with my room. I really need to give my own room a good cleaning sometimes. I've hardly ever used the storage. Wait, there's something inside here. Monopoly? Oh, that's right, you did have Monopoly back then. Ha! That's an old game. Isn't that made from the 40s? Looks pretty old. Wonder if the staff used to get together and play. Alright, guest room next.
絵の具、だいぶ乾いてきたみたい。
I see. Is it time to look? After I checked it up close, I took a few steps back to take in the entire painting all at once. From this angle, it looks like I did a pretty good job. It's actually kind of cool that my first ever oil painting is that of a dahlia. I could feel the smile coming on, which put me in a good mood as I cleaned up the room. I really want to give this room a full cleaning before I start on my next piece. I'll just move some of the lighter furniture a bit.
危ない、引き出し。
Yeah, be careful. I quickly grabbed the drawer that had started to slide out and let out a sigh of relief. All of this furniture is really expensive, so I need to be very careful about scratching it. With that in mind, I grabbed the book that was now sticking out of one of the drawers. It's sheet music, but it's meant for kids? I wonder if Miss Aria used to play piano. Or maybe the violin, perhaps? Oh. Oh, okay, got it. There's another photo in here. I guess Aria really likes to use photos as bookmarks. Oh! Wait a minute. I wonder if that's a Mane. I wonder if that's a Mane right there. He's probably younger than her. Maybe. How adorable. I wonder when this was taken. Seems like kids used to come over and play back in those days. But looking closer, it seems there's a bit of an age gap here. I flipped this picture over and discovered a little bird drawn in black ink on the back. My precious bluebird was also written. It sucks, but the game is still fun? Well, that's reassuring. This art has some real charm to it. I wonder who drew it. There's no way it was Miss Aria, right? Alright, let's go to the bathroom. Okay, towels are good to go. Okay, that was short and sweet. Now, Amane's room. Do we have to go in? Oh, hi.
ああ、彼らも随分としつこいね。
Oh, who are persistent? Ugh. I didn't think to knock at this time of day. Sorry. So Amane on the phone quickly bowed my head and started to duck out of the room. However, he raised his hand and signaled to me like he wanted me to come in.
わかった。確認して書類を送る。それまで待つように言ってくれ。ああ、それじゃ。
Okay.
あまねさん、すみません。早朝にノックもしないで。
とうに電話で起こされていたし、構わないよ。私は下に降りるから掃除を済ませるなら今のうちに。
Okay, delightful then. With that, Amane smiled at me and left the room. Guess he's working in the study today? I was gonna put it off until later, but after hearing that, I might as well get some dusting done. There's so much dust in here, even though I clean this room almost every day.
もう何？
Let's see. I looked down to see what suddenly knocked me on the head and discovered a small box on the floor. Oh, I hope there's no more fingernails or something like that in here. Remembering all of the events that happened up until now, I cautiously opened the box.
すごい。高価な指輪。これルビーかな？
Oh, maybe Link is somewhere around here. Yeah! Yeah! He wants to take those rings. There were 2 rings in there. One ring was adorned with a large red stone, and the other had a small red stone embedded in it. Could these be engagement rings? It certainly seemed like Mr. Amani and Miss Yoshino are dating, so maybe he's planning on asking her to marry him? Maybe! Now Aria's room. Yay! Miss Aria is sound asleep. Everything that transpired over the past 2 days really did happen. Seeing her beautiful face as she lies there sleeping makes me feel like everything up until now has been a dream. Don't say that to her face, though. She would ridicule you and want to, make sure she gets the wounds deep in there again. But I'm so confused. I need to clear my mind a little more. Alright. That's it for here, then. Might as well continue onward with the rest of things. I hope so. We haven't had seen Sui this entire time either. Mr. Amani's awake, so I hope I can get breakfast ready pretty quickly. I wonder if Sui's here yet. Yes! As I made my way down to the kitchen to check. Let's see. Oh. I crossed paths with him as he was coming up the stairs.
朝食ですが、今から厨房を確認して。
いいんだ。朝食はパスさせてもらうよ。今日はもう出ないといけなくなってしまってね。
Well, isn't that unfortunate? Hope you have a good day. Now get out of the house.
そうなんですね。それなら車で軽く食べられるようなものがあるか見てきます。
それも結構。あまり食欲がなくてね。それより他に頼みたいことがある。
Don't tell me you're gonna make me want to clean that one room, right?
早速で申し訳ないのだけれど、今日中に。
Oh, God damn it, I knew you were gonna ask me to clean up that room! Amani tapped his finger on the wall as he made this request. The room was hidden in the empty space between Amani's room and Aria's room, where I watched Aria inflict that deep wound in her arm. Preparation room. So that's what they call it. I'm sure blood got all over the floor back there. I wonder what they're using that room for this time!
昨日アリアが話した。
Oh, I see. So do you use the guns to make those amulets then?
ただ、清潔に保つには骨が折れる。思わぬところに血が跳ねていたり、爪が落ちてしまっていたりね。
This is not things that you should be talking about in a very social situation, by the way.
私でできる限りのことはしていても、手が届いていないと感じることも多いんだよ。
Yeah, I'll be so...
だから、手伝ってもらえるととてもありがたいのだけれど。
Why, thank you. I would love to clean the blood-splattered floors and dust up all the nail clippings that our god happens to have. That would be a pleasure. Ha! We only talked about this yesterday, so this feels really sudden. Honestly, would prefer to never go back in that room, but if I don't shape it up, they might start feeling like they don't need me anymore. I think the reason why Mr. Amani went through the trouble explaining things so thoroughly was because he wanted me to be able to clean up anything and everything.
わかりました。できるだけ丁寧に掃除しておきます。
ありがとう。とても助かるよ。その分は給料にきちんと手当をつけるからね。
Oh, great! Thank you for the bonus! My face twitched a bit seeing him smile like that. But I said I would do the job, and now I have to do it. I went to the front door with Amani to see him off, then decided to make my way back upstairs. Yep.
この大きな屋敷にもだんだん慣れてきたみたいに、そのうちこの準備室にも慣れる日が来るのかな。
Wonder what would happen if someone else were to discover this room like Sui. I hope they don't harm her. She's a treasure. No, I don't think it's something I ever want to get actually used to.
この部屋、なんでこんなに空気が重苦しいんだろう。せめて窓があれば。
Great.
そういう問題じゃないのかな。
Yep. My body stiffened up as I noticed that I was surrounded by walls that would hurt me if I brushed against them. I couldn't find any traces of blood after glancing around the room. I guess he already cleaned up the floor and desk. I guess with how things are now, it wouldn't be too surprising if he just offloaded all this on me. Thinking about how much Amane was considering the burden he would be placing on me was quite a sobering thought. Like Sober Tony! Or Sober Lisa. They're probably off to bed right now. And it's still thundering out there from the sounds of it. Make sure you don't find any amputated arms or legs. Even though I was filled with nerves, I carefully brushed off the dust from a safe distance. I wonder if these guns are real, and if so, what do they even use them for? Oh, you know, from making the amulets! Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Here you go. It's an amulet filled with our Lord and Savior, God's kidneys. Ugh. I can make sense of the knives and needles, but I can't imagine they would shoot her. Oh, I bet they would. I mean, she did say if she had an arm or something amputated or her organs would come out that she would actually die from that, but if that's the case, why would they keep guns like this? Why? Guns can do lethal damage. Knives you can be careful with, or even swords to that degree, or maybe even... Ugh. What am I even talking about? Aria did tell me that she could die if the injury was extremely severe. That means she's not really a god then in that case. Thinking about that, it was pretty hard to imagine that everything in this room was there for the sole purpose of wounding her. No, maybe to sew off her dress? Yeah? Well, you may never know. Oh, great, she's right there! Hey, you want to tell me what actually happens in this preparation room? Do you get gunned down? Do you have this nice hammer inflict pain upon your head to give you a concussion or something? I don't know if I want to know, but now I'm curious. Is it time for you to make those amulets? Oh, your father figure told me to clean the room. Well, I was gonna find out sooner or later whether I like it or not. Yeah. I guess that's one way to put it. Okay. Yes, go sleep a bit. Go sleep. Maybe sleep for a couple of days. Yeah. No! No, because they will basically get you severely wounded. How can a Japanese game be scary? You have no idea. There's a good amount of Japanese games that can be scary. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Clock Tower. A lot of Japanese games can be of the scary variety. Even a nice visual novel like this can make you a little bit unnerved. But hope you've been doing well, Gentleman Eldridge. Resident Evil 5 action. Oh, okay. Resident Evil 5 is more action than anything. Same with Resident Evil 6 to a grand degree from what I saw. But I hope you've been doing well. Welcome to the stream. That's like pure action food right there. Pure, like, light horror, action-y, campy leisure at this point. Why are you looking at me like that?
本当に知りたがりね。そろそろ懲りたかと思ったけれど。
And boulder punching, yep.
だって、銃なんか使ったら死んでしまうんじゃないかと。
Jeez, they even...
銃は父のコレクションよ。使うことはないけれど、刺すのも撃つのも私にとっては同じこと。
Jeez.
どうして違うと思うの？
But wouldn't a gun rupture one of your organs? You forgot Cooler no Kensuke? I'm not too familiar with that one.
それはなんとなく
でしょうね。イチコはまだ私の体のことが分かっていないのよ。一度試してみるといいわ。見て理解できないことは触って経験して理解するの。
I don't want to.
じゃあこれを使って。
No, I'd rather not. I'm not gonna use a gun. I'm not gonna use a gun. No. Oh, a scissors? You want me to stab her? What does she mean by giving it a... She wants me to stab her. That's sweet.
ほら、これで私を好きに刺してみて。実際にやってみれば大したことじゃないとわかるはずよ。施しに立ち会わせるつもりはないけれど、今後何か目にすることもあると思うの。そういう時、自分が経験していれば何を見たってきっと平気よ。
I just do not trust any sort of religion that is willing to basically butcher what they consider God. I just can't see it. Like, wouldn't you... Like trails in the ski? Oh, trails in the sky, okay.
そんな私できません。見るのとするのじゃ話が。
こんなこと誰にでも許すわけじゃないのよ。信徒だって規定額以上を寄付したものしか。
Isn't that more of a Japanese role-playing game, Trails in the Sky?
お金を取ってるんですか？
Of course, they're a religion. They take donations.
あら、嫌な言い方ね。当然でしょ？私も生きていかなきゃならないの。ありがたがられるだけではこの屋敷を維持することはできないわ。
Yup.
それでどうするの？イチコは芸術家だもの。どんな感覚か本当は気になるはずよ。
Jeez, you want me to basically commit a crime, an artist? Yeah, there's such a thing as doing something on a canvas that is inanimate than it is being an artist on a real life existing creature. Even if you're considered God and can recover from it. I don't think Ichiko would be comfortable with stabbing you. Yes, I do. And it was Happy Faith Day, and yet Faith Day on Holy Trinity lost. Not even that special day was able to make it win. So unfortunate. I can't help but respond to a sweet sound that tugs at my heartstrings like that. She doesn't feel pain, and the wound would heal right away. If it really is as she says, then maybe it isn't such a big deal. That which we can't comprehend by seeing, we can comprehend by touching or by experiencing. Ugh. It is, but has horror in the new series. Really? I didn't even know they added some horror elements to the Trail series. I guess if I want to progress, I probably will have to grab the scissors.
これってどこをどう挟めばいいんでしょうか？
挟む？まさか私の体を紙みたいに切るつもり？
I don't know. Maybe I could cut off pieces of your cheek and plaster it onto canvas then?
面白そうだけれど、刺す方がきっと楽よ。ほら、 こうやって絵を握って。
This is definitely getting into some very depraved angles. Aria gently placed one hand on top of mine while the other holding the scissors was slightly trembling. I didn't know if that was out of fear or sheer curiosity. My heart was pounding. It was beating so hard I couldn't stand it. The tension I was feeling was like nothing I ever experienced before.
一応ビニールシートを敷いておく。あちこちに血がつくと片付けが大変だから。
Why do you have to... I know you don't feel any pain or the wound simply heals up, but why do you have to act so emotionless when dealing with this? Maybe she's just done it so many times it feels like nothing.
刺すなら膝の上あたりがいいわ。骨には少し気をつけて。砕けて歪むのは嫌。
Oh.
まっすぐな足が気に入っているの。
At least I'm glad that you're pointing me in the right direction of where to stab, not into the heart or anything like that. Aria then pulled her lawn skirt up above her knees and sat down on the bed she had just covered with a plastic sheet. Her skin is so thin. Being this skinny, I feel like it'll hit the bone immediately. Where is the best spot? This part seems a little soft, so maybe around here. I wonder what stabbing someone's flesh is gonna feel like. Maybe stabbing flesh is like stabbing chicken with a fork?
Ichiko?
Yes! But I don't think I'm gonna think about eating you. That's not the kind of vibe I want. My heart is racing. I'm so scared. But I want to give it a try. I want to know what it feels like. To stab the pure white beautiful skin of a child of God that feels no pain and heals immediately. This is giving me those please please my Shan vibes or whatever that cursed guru thing is. This isn't right. It's so wrong. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Miss Aria. I need to be sure the sheet catches all of it. I don't want to make a mess. I know this, and yet I can't stop myself. Ugh. I can hear the noises. She's bleeding. There's so much gushing out. I want to stab that soft flesh more. I want to poke her full of holes. Every hole is a goal after all. I wonder what the tendons feel like. Would her ankle make a weird noise if I slice it up? Oh, she's becoming psychotic now. That's great. Yeah, this almost feels like out of character in a way. This must be another bad ending. I think this is another bad ending then. Or maybe not. Maybe. That day I plunged a pair of scissors deep into Aria's thigh. Been having strange dreams every night since then. While she's lying face down to sleep, couldn't help but stab her with scissors and knives while at the same time taking care to make sure her clothes didn't get soiled. The feeling of the blade piercing into her flesh, the moment when blood begins to spill. I didn't want her to feel it, but at the same time, I just couldn't stop myself. And I just repeated the same thing over and over. She's becoming a little bit sadistic now. And look, she's so fine now. It's like nothing happened. I knew that taking the well, so it wasn't a bad ending then. It's like the game wanted me to make her suffer. It probably was.
いいえ、ただ目が覚めただけ。少し嫌な夢を見たの。最近よく見る嫌な夢。
Was it because of me? Was it I the reason? I was holding my breath without even realizing it. No way. Could she be having the same kind of dreams that I am?
それでうなされて起きたら
Uh-huh.
起きたら
部屋の中にセミがいたの。床をバタバタ跳ね回ってる。
No. Really? A cicada?
ああ、セミ。嫌な夢はそのせいかもしれませんね。うるさくてうなされそう。
Sure.
ええ、そうね。そうかもしれない。いつ入ってきたのかはわから
Oh,
ない。
it's just a cicada, huh?
とにかく外に出してほしいの。
It wasn't me just stab you constantly in the thigh, right?
はい、下からほうきとちりとりを取ってきます。
It's going on like nothing at all. Nothing at all. This is a very strange. Aria nodded at me in agreement, then quietly made her way to the bathroom. I stood there, watching her from behind. Her pure white dress was as it should be, without a single rip, tear, or drop of blood on it. I think I want to go after her. Go after her. Then I...
セミ。早く片付けなきゃ。
So, I feel like maybe now that she partake in that, she's feeling the same temptations as all the other creeps that have been either coming in as guests or the gardener or the security guard now. Oh, that does not bode well. My heart was beating so fast, almost like I was anticipating something. My heartbeats got more intense by the day. I could even feel them in my brain. I keep having that same dream. No matter much time passes, I just can't get out of my head. It's going to drive me crazy. I'm so scared to be with you now, Miss Aria. I'm afraid I might do something. Yet, despite that,
どの花かしら。すごくいい香りがする。それに涼しい風。
yeah,
今日はとっても気持ちがいい日ね。
yeah, it is a beautiful day. As she spoke, she rested her head on my shoulder. Wait, is she crying?
お嬢様、眠そうですね。そろそろ部屋に戻りましょうか。
Looks like there's tears coming out from her eyes. She normally doesn't feel that kind of emotion.
そうね。でも、あともう少し。
She must not be reading me well if she wants to stay like this. I looked around, trying to distract myself. The flowers swayed in the breeze, the birds flapped their wings as they gathered by the water, and the ants were climbing all over some twigs. Next to them was quite a large tree. It was there I noticed pruning shears leaning against a oh no! Ichiko, don't! My throat was rumbling. Rumbling. It's coming. Rumbling. Rumbling. My blood was boiling. My fingertips started throbbing. My eyes were twitching as I felt this strange rush of excitement. There's something wrong with me. I know there is. I'm well aware of it. And yet...
お嬢様。
I gently laid Aria down as she fell asleep, then reached my hand out. No! No, it's not that kind of thing! Thank you for the 200 bits, but I hope it's not that kind of thing! What would I even do with such big scissors? These will kill her. Maybe just a little. I don't know. If it's something worthwhile that no one will see, then surely. Felt like all the blood was rushing to my head. I feel every single vein pulsating. My head was spinning like crazy. It felt good. Yep, she lost it. My redeem broke? What redeem would that be? Let's double check here. No, I heard it. I heard the Tangia one, if that's the one you're referring to. Yep, that would have been playable. It's not muted. I don't think, yeah, I don't see any other redeems. Actually, let me double check to make sure I didn't miss any. Let me manage my requests. Let's see here. Oh, that was all from last month. Okay. So, I got that one. Got this one. Got this one. Oh. No, it's all the holes from earlier. That's what she said. Oh. Okay, mark is complete. Mark is complete. Mark is complete. Okie dokie. All right. Back to it. She's sound asleep. Now's my chance. Even just a little would.
どんな感じか確かめさせて。
それ
Oh, the gardener's coming in.
返せ。俺の仕事道具だ。
Oh, now you arrived, gardener.
ダメ、返して。
返して。お前、今彼女に何をしようとしてた？
別に私は何も。
Oh, she's getting into that.
嘘をつくな。俺はずっと見てたんだ。言ってみろ。お前は今。
The blood drained from my burning hot face. What was I planning to do to her? Faced with this terribly cold look of pure disdain for me, I opened my mouth, but no words came out. What was I planning to do to her? What was I? An indescribable emotion welled up from the pit of my stomach. My head went completely blank.
私は。
おい。アリア様。寝てる。
Yeah. She was asleep.
このノート、あいつの。
Oh. With my sketches?
もう夜。私すっかり。
Yep, you did pass
アリア
out.
様。
そうすけ。いちこは？いちこはどこなの？
わかりません。俺が来た時にはもう。
You're lying. She was here when you arrived.
そう。だったらバスルームかしら。
Maybe.
それ、いちこの写生
Oh, wrong button here.
長じゃない。どうしてあなたが？返しなさい。
すみません。
I wonder if he eavesdrop on that.
でも俺、アリア様が一人で寝ていて、心配で。
Oh yeah, didn't she say that she didn't want him talking to her anymore?
いえ、失礼しました。俺、もう行きます。
待って。この絵、あなたが描いたの？
それは、その。
Oh, he drew in her sketchbook. I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. Uh-oh. You drew in Ichiko's notebook. You tarnished her notebook, even though she had the inclination to stab her.
相変わらず上手ね。
Oh, wait a minute. Is he the boy that was in that picture with her?
ありがとうございます。
I bet it is.
おやすみ、宗介。
Probably is.
おや、すみなさい。アリアさん。
That's probably it. I thought it was just Mane. I think it was. Oh, this must be another bad ending then. I think it was in 1966. Could have been 65 or even 67. Anyway, I lived at this beautiful mansion for a summer when I was a teenager. Yep, this must be another ending. Had no pictures or any other traces of my time there. Before I realized it, I began to wonder if the time I spent here was a figment of my imagination.
お屋敷もお庭も時が止まったみたいに変わってない。
I only recently learned that the government designated it as a scenic spot in the early 90s and opened it up to the public. I have no idea when the Iwakura family left. After 33 years, I don't know where they went, what kind of people they really were.
ママ、来て。あっち、不思議なドアがある。
Don't go through that door, honey!
ああ、それは防空壕の入り口よ。中には入れない。
おお、すごいな、イチコ。本当にここで働いてたんだ。
だからそう言ってるじゃない。
そうだ。当時の話、館長は知ってんじゃないか？聞いてみようか。
ダメよ、やめて。大切な思い出だもの。余計なことを聞いてがっかりしたくない。
え？そういうもんか？せっかくの機会だし、俺なら絶対知りたいけどな。
You think so, huh?
ママ、あっちまで。
I don't think you would be able to believe it.
気をつけて、転ばないでね。
The sun was shining brightly on the freshly watered flowers. This place was still like being in another world, just like it was back then. Even the sunlight here was picturesque.
あ、俺、トイレ。すみません。トイレって中ですか？
ええ。1階、階段の隣です。
Oh, I bet that's Shosuke right there. Wait, that's...
ありがとうございます。じゃあごめん。秋のこと見といて。
Oh, I know that look. Could it be?
数年前に改装されたんです。以前は倉庫だった。
It must be Shosuke.
では、ごゆっくり。
There are so many things from that day that I've always kept hidden from people. My memories, my emotions, and my desires. Shameful secrets I dare not speak to anyone are kept here. Even if I try to look away, keep it away, or just try and force myself to forget it all, the little embers in my heart are still smoldering. One day, they will become a raging inferno. I've always looked back on that day with trepidation, and yet, I've always longed to go back to it. The day where the lid comes off and all restraint is lost is just around the corner. So this must be the... Yep! Pandora's box! Do we have 2 and the 10 endings then? Alright. So, I think... So, when we... You know what? I kind of want to go back to the other ones here, in this case. Let's see. Let me go switch the pacings to maybe like the earliest examples. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see. If only I remember the choices. Data lock. Let's see. Not sure what that is. I was kind of trying this. Oh, yeah, I was trying to see if there was a... Oh, let me look at the manual part. Oh. Oh, this. I didn't even notice this. Okay. I was kind of wondering how... I wish there was like a... I wonder if there's gonna be a diagram you can choose how you would be able to see which sections can be... Oh, side stories even. Okay. Up, there's all the characters. Okay, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a section where if I were to quick load and go back to another point, I would be able to go back to it. Maybe once I fully finish the game, perhaps, then that option will come up. Maybe that's it. Okay, so for now, I think we're gonna just go ahead, for now, end the game here, and go over to here. So, we got about 2 endings out of the 10 that are apparent. So, Iwakura Aria. Iwakura, something to that degree, I suppose. But yeah, that is Iwakura Aria in this case. Oh, now a part of me wishes that I did not know about that context. So, when we come back to the game, one more time before Spooktober, that's going to be next Sunday, we're going to pick not to use the scissors then. Okay, we'll have to remember that to continue on with the story. Yeah, there might be a section where once I'm completely finished with the game itself, maybe then I will be able to see like a chart where I can distinguish and see what needs to be done in order to get the other endings then, I think. I guess looking through all of the homes does help in getting to the right path. Imagine if I didn't look in the homes and clean up. That probably would make some suspicion placed onto me. So, that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. The game code for the Iwakura Aria was again provided to me by Lurkit. So, if you want to learn more about Lurkit and what it normally does for those that maybe... Oh, you know what? I don't even think I have it as a command. But if you're interested, if you're a content creator and want to perhaps check it out, here is the website right here. If you want to perhaps gain some codes for games and show those contents in terms of videos, streams, shorts, and whatnot, and get some free games along in the process, that's a website that you can go to. I got the game code for this visual novel through there, and one of the games I'll be playing this upcoming Saturday would be from Lurkit.gg as well. So, make sure you give them a watch, and if you're interested in the visual novel itself, why, here is a link for that right here for the Lurkit page, and if you happen to be over on YouTube, that link is going to be down in the description below. And that's my favorite Lurkit on the Citadel. That's a good way to phrase it. Yeah, on YouTube, down in the description below as well, all of my other social media sites are, as well as a way you can check out Lurkit.gg in this case too. You can feel free to look at those, even follow my social accounts if you would like. That is greatly appreciated. Just another way that you can support my content without having to pay any money. So, with that said then, woo! Tomorrow night, if everything goes well, I will be playing more of Batman Arkham Origins. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central on both YouTube and Twitch. So feel free to hopefully join me for that little excursion. And if for any reason I feel too battered or anything to that degree, well, feel free to... I will make sure to let every one of you know through Discord and my other social medias in case I do need to cancel, because there may be some instances where that may transpire. But not during Spooktober, because starting next Wednesday, Spooktober will fully be in effect, which means every single day of October, I will be playing nothing but horror and Halloween-related games to continue raising money for Extra Life for Kids and Gillette's Children's Hospitals. So, the Spooktober Smackdown has now made it to the Final Four. Whatever is the triumphant winner will be the one to be added to my streaming schedule along the likes of Silent Hill Origins, Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented, Resident Evil HD Remaster, Amnesia The Dark Descent, Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, some shorter horror titles such as Inside, The Witch's House, The Convenience Store, can't even talk properly here, Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, and a few others kind of sprinkled in there depending on how much time we have left. So, I will hopefully have the Spooktober Smackdown Final 4 survey up by tomorrow. And we did announce the winners of those final quarterfinal rounds. And these were the winners and the matchups that we have. For the Final 4, we have Silent Hill 2 Remake versus My Friendly Neighborhood, and Little Goody Two Shoes versus Dead Space Remake. 2 AAA remakes of past games versus 2 indie titles. I guess this is about to see if the indie games are able to usurp or defeat the AAA sphere, but only time will tell, and I'll hopefully have that survey up sometime in the near future if everything goes to pass. But until then, yeah. Thank you for everyone who has voted up to this point. Hopefully I'll have the survey up sometime tomorrow. And the survey will only be going on once it does until this upcoming Thursday at 7:30 p.m. where it will close and I will see the winners of that bracket. And it will be announced during my Discord watch-along if anyone is interested. And then once that transpires, this Friday will be the championship. And that will go on until next Tuesday, I believe. No, next Monday. Yep, next Monday it will be in this regard. We will announce the winners of the championship on Monday then. And that will be put into my Spooktober schedule starting later on. So be on the lookout for that. I'll let everyone know when the survey is officially up by tomorrow. On Discord, on my Blue Sky, my YouTube, any of those. So feel free to tune in to those lovely endeavors. And in the meantime, if you happen to like my stream and want to continue on more, if you happen to be on Twitch, feel free to follow. No need to subscribe, even though it's September. You don't need to gift anything in this case, especially if you do not have the finances to do so. You just being here, watching my stuff still goes a long way. Just remember that. And then if you happen to be on YouTube and aren't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. And then like and comment down below what your most traumatizing moment in a visual novel happens to be. Or not just a visual novel, any game. What is a game that unnerved you to no degree? Bonus points if it happened to not come from a horror game. Because sometimes the games that aren't considered horror, that have moments like that completely take you by surprise, are the most traumatizing ones. Feel free to discuss that down below in this case, and let's be civil and amicable down there as well. Alright, so let's see who we can raid this lovely occasion then. Do we have anyone in particular that we can give a good, proper raid over to? Let's see. Who do we have? I mean, there's some good amount. Oh, they must be done with day 2 of the stream. I think that might be it. Yep. They've been doing day 2 of the fan game of 10th year anniversary for Undertale. And they even had exclusive stuff that Toby Fox actually programmed into it. Like Spamton made an appearance at Grillby's. That was chaotic. But yeah, let's see who we have here that we can raid. There's Mama Nile. There's McSchwartz. There's... let's see. Who else do we have? I mean, there's a good amount of selections here. Scroobly is playing Super Mario World from the looks of it. Dioji Webb is playing Project Sunboy. Let me see. Is Amore still streaming Pokemon Emerald? Let's take a look. Let's see. Looks like it. Okay, let's go ahead and raid Amori then in this case. Ugh. Oh, okay, let's tie it into my stream. The raid message would be, don't don't start a blob cult raid. Please don't start a blob cult. I'm starting to think don't even have it to the same degree as what they have in this game. And we'll do some follower-friendly emotes, so anyone can join in for that. Here you go. Here's the raid message for everyone, for those of you who want to partake in the raid. And I'm going to go ahead and copy. Raid, Bioroid, Amori. Here we go. All right, so again, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's stream. I will hopefully be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central on both Twitch and YouTube to continue my adventures with Batman Arkham Origins. So far, we haven't run into any big crashes or glitches, so hopefully it stays that way. Until then, hopefully I'm able to get those hard memories out of my head about what transpired. And hope you have yourselves an exquisite rest of your day, whether it be the morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you may be. And a big thank you to Lurky for providing me the game code for this very unique game, visual novel. Hallelujah. Ta-ta for now!